How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this live stream tonight on the channel. Yes, I said I was going to do one while the international break is on at the moment, and to get you involved and we could have a chat in general. A lot of things about Newcastle United so far, football in general, not to mention pundits completely slacking off now. The likes of Gabby Agbonlahor, Rio Ferdinand as well, who's been opening his trap up once again in definitely. So plenty to talk about. If you want to join in the live stream, the link is pinned in the comment section, so you can click on that link and I'll see you waiting backstage, and I'll get you on as soon as I can. So yeah, I hope you enjoy tonight's live stream on the channel. Don't forget to like and please subscribe if you are new to the channel as well, and feel free to get your comments in the live chat as well. So we'll read some of the comments off that are coming through already. So start off with Layla Aiden. Hi Peter, this will be fun. Certainly will be. That's what live streams are all about. Getting people involved, having a chat, anything in general, whether it's football or something else. That is the main thing when it comes to doing live stream on YouTube, definitely. So, and he says, hi, Peter, again, and I hope you're keeping well as well. It's good old Archer. Good evening, bro. Hope to join you soon. Come in when you're ready, man. Come in when you're ready, bro. It'd be great to have you on as always, because you certainly do like to brighten people up with your humor, in particularly, yes. Joseph Beard, evening. Hope you're doing well, mate. Lane again says I can't join my Wi-Fi. I've got to check my Wi-Fi. Sorry, mate. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Jonathan Dag says, hi, Peter. How's you doing? Yes, I'm doing very well, thanks. And yourself? I hope you are well as well. Valerie Broad says, hi, Peter. Hi, Valerie. Hope you are keeping well. Liam in USA, thoughts on non-league teams getting fined and getting points deducted? Yes, I see. This is what Liam said to me before, actually, that one of the local teams has just been fined and had points deducted from them, and I'll read it out. So just bear with me a couple of moments. Yeah, so it's a non-league team called Dulwich Hamlet, and they said, well, we're not quite sure what to say about this one. Dulwich Hamlet FC have been fined £8,000 and have been given an 8-point deduction for failure to fulfil fixtures when the funded stop, and we will wait the decision till null and void the season. That to me is absolutely disgusting. It really, really is. £8,000 for a team that is playing in the non-league. I mean, that is scandalous. It absolutely, really, really is. I must say, £8,000 for a non-league side. God, I can imagine how they're feeling after that. I hope they repeal it. I really hope they do. There's a chance they can do that easily. So, yeah, wow. So, that's the thing. Danny McCall says, hey, Pete. Hey, Danny, hope you're keeping well, mate. And Mark Con says, good evening, mate. Hope that you are well, mate. Yes, I am. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for your comment. Hope you are very well as well. Leila Ada says, what's your thoughts on Tielemans? What happened to him again? What was he up to? Because I don't know if I've heard the latest news about him. So, Jonathan Dag says, I'm good, thanks. You been up to much today? Yeah, just work, pretty much. So, and that's around about and get everything sorted from the stream tonight. So, yeah. Valerie Brown says, I'm great, thanks. Pierre, how are you? Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Indeed. Layla Aiden says, Fulham, Newcastle combined 21. Wow. Oh, goalkeeper. I'm going to have Martin Dubravka in there, obviously. Right back. Is it Tete? Is that where he plays? Him or centre back? But I would have him in defence. I think he's decent. I'm going to pick Clark. Kieran Clark is one of the centre backs. Because I think he's done very well this season. I think I'll go with Christensen from Fulham. I think he's good. Left back, I'm going to go with Robinson for Fulham as well. I'm going to go this with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Indeed. So, with two centre midfielders, combined 11. Ed Hayden has to go in there for me, I must say. Oh, it's just another one I could pick for Fulham. Just bear with me. I'll have a look and think who has been also playing centre midfield for Fulham. I think I'm going to have to go with Reed as the other one. That's another one. For the wingers, one of them has got to be ASM. Easily. And the other one I'm going to pick out is Luckman. Number 10. Sorry, but I've got to go with Miggy. I know Ruben Loftus-Cheek is a decent player, but I'm going to go with Miggy. And up front, I'm going to have to go with Callum Wilson. So that is the combined Fulham, Newcastle Fulham team that I've gone with. So, yeah. We have David waiting in the background, so we'll get him in a moment once I've just read a few more comments out. It says Dover been fined £40,000 and a 12-point deduction. Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, that is so... Oh, I feel for them. If that is the case, I really feel for them. If they're being fined that much as well. Then the player. So... Yeah, Danny says, love the live streams, mate. Nice to see the back. Yes, as I said, I like to bring them back, particularly when there's international break on, because international break, I can't be chewed with it half of the time. I know England played yesterday, but yeah, it was San Marino. See, they were about to get a win anyway. You know, you're probably watching Newcastle, but you're probably glad Newcastle aren't playing at the moment the way we've been playing lately. Oh, Archer's coming in with his dirty comments, he wants to put in on the Four Horsemen show. So here we go. He says, I believe Lee Charnley is using pregnant gel for his head to see if he is up the dump. Oh, man. Archer, come on, get yourself on the live stream, man. Oh, Jesus. Lillian says he would have Areola, Ina Anderson, Tussin, Robinson, Reed, Anguissa, Hayden, Luckman, St. Maximin, Wilson. Yeah, that's a pretty decent combined one. Fulham 1-11. So, yeah. Oh, we got one from Matthew Smith. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joe Litton has just crapped all over the floor. Oh, my word. Jonathan says on April the 4th of April, if Callum Wilson and ASM are fit, would they play against Spurs? Possible, really possible. Oh, they've got to make sure they get up to full fitness, though. That is the thing. I think we could be looking to call them back in because up front has been absolutely dross and midfield has been dross as well. So if they're fully fit, yes, I think I would be getting them back in. Liam says Gated would beat San Marino. Oh, probably most likely. Would definitely. So, yeah, anyway, we'll get David into the stream now. So here he is. How you doing?
Yeah.
Are you?
Well, yeah and no. With the dross that we're watching at the moment.
Aye. Did you bother with the England game yesterday?
I didn't watch. I actually done a live stream yesterday.
Well, that's canny. I mean, I did bother with the England game as well yesterday, I must say.
Yeah, I watched. I did a live stream yesterday.
No, that's canny.
That was my first ever one.
Lena says, "What's your thoughts on Tielemans a player?" I think he's a very good player. He's a very good midfielder. Certainly do rate the lad. Very good
Better,
indeed.
he's better than our midfielders, especially Jeff Hendricks.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, go on, David. I know you've said it, but give us your thoughts on that game against Brighton last Saturday.
oh, my life. I was so frustrated. I was really frustrated. Absolutely. Because I couldn't, after the game, I couldn't even sleep because I just kept waking up and just fucking saying, actually in my head, saying, "Are you going to sack him?"
And then you realise he's still here.
And then I woke up the next morning to hear Paul raving that he's been given the vote of confidence.
Oh, I can't believe it. I saw that as well. The vote of confidence.
And then you see these all these pundits coming out, and like the Rio Ferdinand, who's never had nothing to do with Newcastle,
never ever in his life.
But he comes out and says dross like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The best thing for him to do is to keep his mouth shut.
No, I totally agree.
Same with Gabby Abonalaho. He needs to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, but I've seen what they've been coming out with, Gabby, particularly on TalkSport, and Rio Ferdinand says Ashley's doing what's best for the fans. If the fans want them out, why don't buy the club themselves? We're not billionaires, you know.
Yeah, but does he not know the pandemic? You know, we can't struggle. Are struggling to put food on tables.
Mm-hmm.
Made by a 350 million club, and he wouldn't sell it to the fans anyway. Even though we give him more than what he's asking for it, he still wouldn't sell it to us.
No, that's the thing. I mean, I think you can tell he wants out of the football club if he's wiped his hands with it completely.
Yeah,
that is the thing.
But what we are going down, and we're not coming back. I see that now.
We are slumming towards relegation, aren't we? Really. You just hope and pray that after the international break, Callum Wilson and ASM are going to dig us out of this shit. Hopefully.
What you'll do is you'll play them on Sunday, and then they'll get injured again.
Because, if they're pretty fit.
You know for a fact he's going to pull Maxi back when he's not fully fit. Because he does that. He does that to Maxi.
Yeah.
We've seen it before.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
When it comes back to bite when the arse.
That is the thing, and losing Hayden now for the rest of the season, and
that was another thing that really pissed me off.
I remember
that. That Bruce was beside him, and then he turned his back on him to say, "Well, I don't give a fuck about you." You know and that's one of our players that give his all, even though when he put a transfer request in, he didn't get it. He didn't down tools. He didn't. He just carried on and played like a normal player would.
Exactly, he did.
So he gets my respect for that. But
same here.
But with Bruce, it's like he doesn't get the players. He doesn't get the players. He doesn't respect the players.
No, he doesn't.
And was the medical team? What was our medical team doing? Why was it Brighton's medical team who had to go out and see them? Say to Isaac Hayden.
Exactly. So you think relegation's 100% definitely?
Yeah, 100%. And I even go to say we're going to go down to League One.
Hopefully that.
If we've still got Bruce, but if we get rid of Bruce, if we go down and we get rid of Bruce, I think we'll stay in the Championship. If we keep Bruce, I can even say we're going down to League One.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. Has he ever took a team to League One? I'm not entirely too sure.
Yeah, Sunderland.
No, that was in Bruce. That was it was well, first half of the season it was Grace, and then it was Chris Coleman.
Oh, right. That was Bruce.
But yeah, let's just hope that doesn't come to that. If we do get relegated, we'll then slump into League One.
Yep.
Question is, which players would stay and which would go down?
Maxi's gone. Almiron's gone. Wilson's gone. Fraser's gone. De Bradford's gone. Darlow's gone. Fernandez is gone. Lascelles will probably stay. I would say.
Maybe.
Hendrick will stay.
Oh God.
Shaw's gone.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is as well, we've got a lot of players coming at the end of the contracts as well.
I think Andy Carroll will go.
I think Gale possibly looks. Yeah, I think to a degree.
So we'll have no strikers apart from Joe Linton.
Yeah. Oh God, Joe Linton. Would you be confident with him playing in the Championship or not?
No, definitely. I'm not a Joe Linton fan. Like not now. I was when he first come to Newcastle.
Well, yeah, you want to try and back a new signing as soon as they come in, but unfortunately, it's just not come down to how it's supposed to be. Unfortunately.
Even though I've got him on the back of my shirt, I wish I hadn't. But
well, appearing people could have what they want on the back of the shirt, I suppose.
But someone's got to have his name on the back.
Yep. Well, the comments are really flying in at the moment, so we'll read through something about. Liam says a Barrow player had to retire at 22 because of a heart condition. I see that.
Yeah.
Hope the lad's okay and he has a recovery as well, but retiring at 22.
Same as did you see Dover today? They got fined 40 grand.
Yeah, well, that popped up in the comment there. Liam put in Dover fined 40 grand.
You got 40 grand, a 40 grand fine and 12 points deduction.
Does it say what they got the fine for?
Not refilling their fixtures when the.
Well, that's the thing with the pandemic. That the season's been null and avoided anyway in the non-leagues.
Yeah.
The non-leagues.
Well, the Conference North, that's been avoided.
Yeah, it certainly has, hasn't it?
Yeah, because Blythe, their season's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then we'll get another comment. Retro, Dutch J, Harry J, hope you're doing well, fella. Great to see you if you do come in. Layla says, John doing German farts on. Oh, God, the comments are coming in. Oh, my word.
Honestly, I love the Four Horsemen of the team.
Oh, that show has just completely lifted off there, hasn't it? It really, really has.
The other night when Archer came in with that comment, I spat my drink all over my honestly.
Oh, man.
Honestly, that kid just comes up with
Archer,
words.
Come on, get yourself in if you're still watching. We want to see you in, man.
Honestly, he's so funny.
Oh, yes, he is. He really is, isn't he? Jonathan says, I would keep Joe Willock in the team against Spurs, even if Cabbagehead makes 9 changes to the team against Spurs. Question, what do you make of Joe Willock this season, since we brought him in on loan?
Who, me?
Yeah. What do you make of him? How do you think he's done?
Well, at first I thought he was a good signing. But he's went up the boil a bit.
He has a little bit. I think he's still a young lad.
But is it because Bruce is playing him out of position.
It looks like because he's got 4-3-3. It looks
Is
like
he?
he's got Willock more out wide than rather in the middle.
Is he being trained? Is he being trained properly?
That's what you wonder, don't you? That is the thing.
You know, they got 6 days off.
Well, apparently the players were actually training yesterday, so that was a shock.
Unless Mike Ashley's telling them, well, you've got to get them in.
If he's done that, fair play to him.
But they don't need 6 days off.
No, they don't. They need to get in on that training pitch to get prepared.
Yeah, but I know I've got people at internationals and that, like sort of Fraser's gone to Scotland, and I think Hendricks away with Ireland.
Yeah.
Kraft's away with Sweden.
Kraft, how's he get picked for Sweden? He's bloody woeful.
But none of the others, I don't think they went away. I don't know if Mickey's went.
Miggy, no, I don't think he was actually training yesterday from what I heard. I think Maximum was, Wilson was. I think Gill and Carroll were, Dummett, Lewis, I think, were as well. Shelby, Ritchie as well.
Oh, I thought Lewis went to Northern Ireland.
No, I'm pretty sure I did. I think I did see him training. I could be wrong. Clark went to Republic of Ireland, though.
Yeah, Clark's away. I knew Clark was away.
Yep.
But Richie didn't get picked for Scotland no more.
Well, he doesn't, does he?
No. Same as, but it's like he likes England. They don't pick Newcastle players.
No.
Like Wilson, he was in the squad, but as soon as he come to Newcastle, he hasn't had a look in.
Yeah, that is the thing. Liam says the only way the fans can buy it if we do a Portsmouth. Possibly, but I don't think Ashley would sell it to the fans, would he?
No. Definitely not. No, you got no hope in hell chance.
You'd probably tell the fans to go off instead, most likely. Paul John says, would you like to see Rio Finn come in as a coach? Tell Bruce just seen one on the net that he could come in to help. My honest opinion on that, no, absolutely no chance. If he's been slagging what off, you would like to see him?
I would love to see him come in so I can give him a fucking good hiding.
I mean, that's what you want to do, so you can see.
But I would love to see Eddie Howe.
I would like Eddie Howe. I'll give Chris Wilder a chance. What do you make of the rumours being linked with Chris Wilder, possibly?
I don't know. I don't even know if they're true.
That's the thing. They're just rumours on at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, because Chris Wilder's still in talks with Sheffield United still.
Sheffield, but he's
because he's still trying to get his compensation.
All right, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Richard US says, I agree 100%. Yep.
Because it's it.
Says Bruce was a Villa when Sunderland went down to League One. Yes, that's right.
They're trying to say that he's not thingy for his pay packet.
Right.
They're fighting for it.
Jonathan Dag says, I would put Christian Atsu for the Spurs game.
Oh,
I don't think Atsu's good enough for this team.
Oh my life, Atsu.
I think there's a reason why he's not part of the 25-man squad out, unfortunately.
That's just as worse as having Jeff Hendrick in the squad.
Yeah, who probably was playing for Ireland the other day.
But have you realised when he plays for Ireland, he tries. He scores goals. He comes back to Newcastle and he doesn't even try.
Yeah. Oh, Archer's back again. It's a shame that we after Chris Wilder. I would take him now. So Bruce using Joe Linton Mankini while he says goodbye, which is
Honestly.
Lewis says if you do a combined 11 Leicester Newcastle, only maximum will be in the team.
Yeah, I agree.
That's possibly. Schmeichel, decent keeper. Oh, but yeah, their squad's just filled with quality in it.
Apart from I would probably fetch in a left back.
Retro Joe Linton's only worth 40 pence.
It's not even worth that.
Paul Jones says, Davey, your boyfriend? No. Layman UFC says everyone
Really?
at Dover everyone at Dover's on furlough. Wow. And they've been fined £40,000.
Yeah.
I think I missed a comment there, Liam put before there. He says, go down, we won't return for a long time. Just look at Nottingham Forest, Ipswich Town, Sheffield Wednesday, Coventry City, and even Leeds United. Yeah, I think if we do go down, it's going to be massively tough to get out of it once again. If Bruce is still going to be in charge, then I've got no faith of us getting straight back up here, unfortunately. Liam, Tiantium 04 says hello, Liam. Hope you're keeping well. Matthew Smith says if we go down, we will disappear into the wilderness for years. Look at other clubs who have been out of the Premier League for 20 years plus, such as Forest, Sheffield, Wednesday, etc. Yep, totally agree. I mean, it took Leeds United about 16 years to get back into the Premier League after being out of it for such a long time, after getting relegated in 2004. So, yeah, we could be out of the Premier League for a while. Only thing is, Bruce has only got 1 year left on his contract next season, if he stays. And you just hope that if he stays, that's the end of it after that.
But if Mike Ashley's in charge, I see him give him one of these stupid contracts out, like he did with McLaren.
That was 3 years.
He did with, I think, with the Pardew, he gave an 8-year contract to. Could you imagine? Saying you get up one morning and you say on the telly, Mike Ashley's give Steve Bruce an 8-year contract.
Oh god! I remember he gave Pardew an 8-year contract, and that was bad enough.
But could you imagine the fans? The fans would be on a downer.
I think everyone will. Oh, hey, if fans were in the ground, bloody hell! God knows what could happen then.
Do you think he was still on the job?
If fans were there, he'll be long gone. Because the pressure would have got to him. The only reason he's still here, and he said he's not going to walk away, because there's no fans in the ground.
And his son.
Yep, that's the thing. Matthew also says, would you rather watch Steve Bruce fall down the stairs at level 7 of St James's Park, or watch Joe Linton crap himself on the pitch?
I'd rather watch Steve Bruce fall down level 7 stairs.
Consider he just stands there half the time, hands in his pockets, looking like a bloody whatever.
In fact, if he wants a push, I'll give him a push.
Lil also says Pete and John Linton doing a Cleveland Steve on job, small, lonely, dirty sick. Oh, man.
No, man.
Oh, you read filthy buggers, then I you lot.
My fucking Cleveland steamer all my life. I never slept.
Oh, God.
When I checked it.
Oh, Andrew anywhere says even and Peter Bruce out. Yes, Bruce out easily, 100%. Retu says Ari Andrew, Jonathan Young, even and Peter David. Hope you're both doing good. Yes, very well. Thanks, Bruce out. Yes, yep. Totally agree. Richard says Harry Johnson. Liam, as you mentioned, relegation. Just look how Nottingham Forest, Ipswich Town, Coventry, Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday, and Leeds was out of the Premier League. Yes, a lot of them have still been long gone out of the Premier League and still never returned.
Yep, Charlton's been gone how many years now?
2006 they got relegated. No, 2007.
Well, if it was 99, you got relegated.
I'm pretty sure we played them in the 2006-7 season, the last season under Roda, and I know they did get relegated 100% that season. So, Andrew says, really hope that we get rid of Bruce, but can't see Ashley pulling the trigger. Absolute madness. While there will be a massive improvement on Bruce, well, yeah. He said he's not going to pull the trigger, but you just want to have that hope that they go and do a U-turn on this. And Bruce is definitely out with the football club. But Chris Wilder, I would bring him in 100%. He would certainly do a better job than this idiot. He's passionate. I know it's not gone right for him this season. But look at the way he can get his squad up for a game.
But see, if he was to come to the club, the Sheffield United would have a point not to give him his thingy.
Yeah,
and he wants his payout.
He does, doesn't he? Retro Anywhere says I could join with you, David, if all okay with you. Yep, feel free to come in, G. You know where the link is. It's pinned in the it's in the live chat. It's also actually pinned in the down in the description as well to join as well. Valerie says. Valerie says, I honestly think we're going down. Well, a lot of fans are massively thinking that. A lot of fans still have that hope that it might not happen, but they've got no confidence in Bruce anymore. Well, none of what have. I mean, that Brighton game.
So who do you think the six players are who's went to Ray Charlie?
I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Richie was one of them.
I can name my six. I think mine is Martin Dubravka, Matt Ritchie, Andy Carroll, the two Longstaffs, and my dad.
Dad.
And the Longstaff's dad. There's the six.
Oh, the Longstaff's dad, aye.
Yeah, I think he's went.
Liam says, I can't see another win under Bruce. Be looking to get more than 2 points. Well, yeah. For player, though, people say, "Oh, we've got Sheffield United at all," but more us wouldn't surprise me if we played for a ballfest draw in that game.
What about going to get that? It's Spurs.
Jonathan says, "I heard that NUFC might be getting back Adam Armstrong from Blackburn."
No, he's going to West Ham.
Big fan of your player ratings videos, Peter. Great addition to the channel there from Andrew. Yeah, I think that's done well. The player ratings videos now, I think it was a good idea to introduce them now as well, and they've certainly done very well. They certainly have.
There wasn't many ratings last weekend.
Labour says, imagine if we actually do a Sunderland. Oh, God, that'd be disastrous. Absolutely disastrous.
I can see it happening.
I hope it doesn't happen.
I really can.
All right, but anyways, we'll get Jay in from Retro NUFC into the stream now. So here he is.
All right.
How you doing, Jay, man?
Not bad, man.
Did you bother with the England game yesterday?
Did I, heck?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
I watched. I seen Scotland drew with Austria. I was good. I didn't on the game. Scored overhead kick yesterday.
Yeah,
absolute beauty. But it's football. Steve Bruce, the cabaret idiot. He can go back. He can go back to Sunderland. He can fuck a donkey called Lee Tonley. He can guarantee Ashley in a pie shop any day. I can't stand it. It's a pressure. It's a pressure, lads, man. It's just like you're watching Newcastle. We're gonna go down. All the players we've got at that club, they're gonna leave. I could bet 40 pence on that. Any day.
Right, JM, give us your thoughts on the Brighton game last Saturday.
Oh, Brighton. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch it. I had my phone in my hand. I was like, oh, no, not 3-0. I was like, no. Here we go again. Steve Bruce's tactics again. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. But for me, we're going to go down.
You think we're 100% going to get relegated?
We are, because you look at like Fulham, they can win the next couple of games. We can go down. I'll be going. If we go down, here we go. All the team again. If we go down, we're being shit.
Yeah, a lot of the players would definitely leave if we certainly were to go down.
Because you look at all the manager, like Steve Bruce. What's he done this season? What's he done this club, Steve Bruce? Shit.
He's shit, aren't you? 100%. But says, even a PD, hope you're keeping well, mate. The Pete says, Ashley will reward Bruce with a new contract if he keeps us up. Oh, God, I hope not.
If he does, this pint of beer will go over Steve Bruce's head and all the late Tony at night at his head.
I wouldn't waste me beer.
Why would you not? It's pretty lovely, man, that stuff.
Pete says, do more ramp videos there, class, or if the more bad results will be, and Pundits keep slacking off, or if we have more stories about Bruce we didn't want to hear. Oh, God, be prepared for them. All I can say is,
I was just like, wow. I see the new Peter. I was like, get in there. You tell him, bud. You tell them, Peter. I was just like sitting there going, I agree with you. What we said about the team, Peter, last week.
Yeah.
Liz
says left back. Let's say you have James Dustin. He's a decent player.
You see, you ain't never heard of him.
He's their number 2. Jonathan Hughes says the worrying thing is we could actually dig a cabbage out of a field and announce it is the new manager. That would do a better job than Bruce. Oh yeah,
I can buy a cabbage. I can buy a cabbage from us now. You can get them quite cheap, cabbages. The stick in the stadium. There you go. There's Steve Bruce cabbage.
The menu UFC says Charlie got relegated with Watford and Sheffield United in 06 or 07. Yes, that is right. I remember that.
That's a bit run down ago now.
Layla says I milked John to make a mozzarella pizza delicious. Oh God.
No, you want to have you want to order a Pepper John's, take the Sunderland, and leave it there for them because that's all they're going to get this season. Pepper John's coffee. Because it's made out of pizza, isn't it? Pizza Pepper John's.
Yeah. My Pie 24/7. There'll be either Paul or Kyle. That will be. Bruce needs to go. He's as much use as a wet white guy. He certainly is. Paul or Kyle, if that's you, if you want to come in the live stream, feel free to do so. The link is pinned in the live chat and it's down in the description as well if you want to join in.
Fulham's got Villa.
Have they?
Yeah.
Villa?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That'd be a tough game for them. Like.
We've got Spurs and at 4:30 they've got Fulham. Live on Sky.
That'd be good. That'd be one of 3 points there, like.
A song for Bruce, spooning. I want you in my room. My God. Oh, God. He's doing a vision. Oh, God.
What's that?
I like Arthur B. Arthur's just hilarious. He's the best. He's a funny lad, Arthur. Like. He makes
Liam thinks if we did get a new manager, he thinks it'd be too late when Shearer and Rafa Benitez came in.
It will be.
That is possible, but you're hoping if we do get if it is too late, but we'll get a manager who can guarantee to probably get us back up into the Premier League. Chris Wyler said I'd have him in. Chris Wyler, I'd have him in.
I would 100%. You know, Chris Wyler, he didn't do a bad job at Sheffield United, right? He did a good job. Why let him go when he was going to go down anyway? Just let him come and go with him here. He did well last season. He finished in the top half of the table with him. I can pay that and I pay the beer.
Well, so anyways, we're going to get Jack in the stream now because I think he's here now, so we'll get him in. Hi, Jack, how are you doing?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm fuming.
No, you're still
We're all fuming at the minute.
Yeah, Jack, what did you make of the Brighton game last Saturday?
The first half was absolute disgrace.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Do you think Bruce? Do you think Bruce is going to get the sack, or do you think he's definitely here to the end of the season? By the looks of it.
Yeah, he's here until definitely the end of the season.
Mm. Do you think we're going to get relegated for certain, Jack?
No.
Do you think we'll stay up?
Yes.
You just hope after the break that Maxi and Callum Wilson start turning up.
But in place that don't have that quality.
We're down.
Well, good to see you're showing a bit of optimism there, Jack, thinking we are going to stay up. That's why you like a bit of optimism. Don't you?
But there's no optimism in Newcastle.
Yeah, you have to keep the faith.
We've got Steve Bruce in charge.
Is it covered, idiot? You don't know what you get to look. No.
I've always supported Sunderland. And
Sunderland? Why Sunderland?
That's painful to see.
Why
Sunderland? Do you see you need to go, Jack?
Yeah, I need to go.
No problem, mate. Thanks for quickly popping in. Thank you very much, Jack, and hopefully see you next time again, whenever you come in.
Why Sunderland? Why support Sunderland? I want to support my legs and support them.
Well, I support Sunderland because they're starting to be like a real team now.
They actually are. The manager is pretty good.
Keep it tuned, White T says, evening lads. Hope you're all well. Yes, very well. Thanks, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Paul J says, evening, PD. Evening, lads. Hope you're keeping well, Paul, mate.
Hey, Paul.
Liam says, would be stuck in the championship for many years, like Nottingham Forest are doing to Sunderland. Show the media we aren't a well-run club. Well, yeah. I mean, the ownership we've had stinks completely. Oh, Jonathan says, I know Adam Armstrong is coming to NUFC in the summer. Oh, David's gone off. I heard it this week. Peter, well, we'll wait and see on that. I'll take it with a pinch of salt. If he comes back, okay.
Yeah, what you think, right, Peter, right? Our club, right, Peter, right? Mm-hmm. Our club, right, is going to go down. We're going to go down. We know that.
Yeah.
Every club, like, look at Leeds. It took them 16 years to get the Premier League. 16 years.
It did, didn't it?
And look at them now. They're better than us. We've been sitting there like sitting ducks.
Hi. Martin says, evening, Paul. Martin says, also, evening, PDP. Hope you keep well, Martin, mate. Paul J says,
how's you? I've never seen you for a while.
I've been busy, David. I've been working. I've been working at day 4 now. Got myself a job. Garden every few days. Clean my head a bit now. You know, I'm better than I was. David. You know, I'm a lot better now. I'm calm, chilled out, playing football again now. I'm coming out now. I'm just keep myself now. Just keep myself.
Yeah. You're not saying nothing to Jonathan?
Jonathan who? Yeah. McCox. That's a good thing. And I'm quite well. He's my mate, past mate.
I went to school with him.
Pretty hell. I didn't have about that.
Well, obviously, I've just made a bit of a spillage. Kids do take
you had a spillage. I'm playing football still. I'm playing for Coventry now, dude. I've been there since 2016, since July.
I'm applying for Monica died.
Because what's the name? Gillian taught us. Let's put Patters. I was like, what?
I was quite upset when I heard the news. Like,
yeah, well, they were like, you know, like, wow, we're since like, you know, like the past, like, I'm still playing football. Corey is, what I still play football. Dino is, but I still play football together.
But I've started up a YouTube account.
This is all. Wait, don't do the best thing, David. It's the best thing, David. I've done it for like years since I
I've
started
done it.
this kind of field.
I've done it for my anxiety. Because I've suffered from anxiety and depression.
Yeah,
So
it's good to
to
do, mate.
it's to
To
help
help you.
us get
Mhm.
back on the road and to build up my confidence.
Do you feel confident now? Do you?
I feel a lot confident now, and
I
it's
do as
through
well.
and I give my all to PD and other shows that make us I kind of let us come on and let us
Yeah,
feel my way through.
yeah. When I started, I had a good help from him and James and Timo TV. I had good help. They got me through it, and I
And Shorty,
look at you.
that's another one. I've never been on his channel
He's
yet,
really
but
good. We're
but
all feel together. We'll just crack us together, have a laugh, but we'll be on.
Just some more commentary. Finally, I've got that cleared up now. It's a night when you pour drink your Coke and then it just fizzes over the
Oh,
top.
how
a little bit.
Peter, man.
just need some more subscribers. That's what I need.
Yeah.
David, how much do you want you know? My channel's in the you know. Just want to tell you if you want it, it's more welcome to. You know, my channel.
Yeah, guys, as I mentioned, if you are joining the live stream, don't forget to like, please subscribe if you're new and enjoying it as well. Do check out Jay's channel, Retro NFC, and of course, David's channel, who's he's starting to get back into YouTube now. So, yeah, do check those out and subscribe. I think they were much appreciated. Keeping it 2 he says, apparently, according to Chris Wilder, the NUFC job would appeal to him. Well, if that is the case, get this cabbage twat out. Bring him in. Get him in.
Bring him in. Bring him in now.
Yeah. 100%.
But do you think you'll come that far north?
I don't know. Depends what it is, really.
Could do.
No, he's not going to come that far north to get no money at all.
Yeah.
He's not as he.
Meg Ashley isn't going to spend a penny on this club.
Yeah. Well, Martin965 says evening, David, and Liam NFC.
Evening, Martin.
Liam says also, if we stay up, it papers over the cracks. Well, yeah, because it just shows how if we do stay up, it's down to pure luck. He's 100%. Because, wow. This is one of the worst I felt as a Newcastle fan this season.
What I have, Peter, it's felt like we're being turned back into a club what was like this many years ago when we had that clown, Mr. Steve McLaren in charge. I told they think no.
You know, this is more hurtful than when we had John. Remember when we had John Carver in charge of the club?
All the best coach in the world. And the
it's getting to the stage where he's making McLaren and John Carver look like class managers.
Well, I've said it as well. I mean,
Honestly,
Bruce's record is so far is 2 wins out of 20.
That's it.
And how many wins did John Carver get when he was in charge?
4, 2.
I think it was 3. I think it was. And it would beat Hull away 3-0. Would beat Villa 1-0 at home. And we won 2-0 on the final game of the season.
West Ham, it. I watched it as well. I watched it as well.
Yeah.
You can.
Martin says, why support Newcastle? Obvious reason.
Look. There you go. It's back there. There's the shirt. That's how I support Newcastle for.
Well, because we're Geordies, we're from the area, which goes on to the next comment. He says, because we live the tune, born and bred. Exactly, mate.
Born and bred, Brayton.
I wouldn't change my team now. You know, I wouldn't let a man like Steve Bruce or a man like Ashley make us change my club. You know, it's where I've been brought up. I've been brought up to Newcastle all my life, and you know that's the club. That's the club I fell in love with. And that's the club I support.
Yeah.
Paul J says, lads, what about this absolute twat, Ferdinand? Oh God, don't get me started with him.
Oh, him!
My life.
I watched that video you did, Peter. I'll argue with you. He's in losers. Why did he say that about Newcastle for? He hasn't got a fucking. Sorry to swear. He hasn't got a clue. That losers twat, Mr. Ferdinand, needs to go back to the dressing room, go back to his own club, Man United. Newcastle doesn't deal with him. He
But you
doesn't
know,
care.
you wouldn't come out and say that about Man United.
No,
You know?
He wouldn't, would he?
He wouldn't come out and say that about Leeds United.
no, he wouldn't.
No.
But you know, he doesn't care about Leeds United. All he cares about is Man United
Mm-hmm.
because they paid him the big bucks.
He does. And he cares about Man United. Because I was little boys.
Liam says, as you watch Gateshead, Peter, do you have buy Gateshead merchandise? Well, I've actually got Gateshead's last home top, so
Eh?
I've got that actually. Yeah, it's hanging up in the wardrobe. So, but I've got Gateshead's home too.
What colour is that strip now?
It's been like black and white. It's majority white a lot of the time, with mostly black.
It's not bad shit. Actually, I've seen it before. Like I've seen the colours. Like
Last time I watched Gateshead, they were in a pure white T-shirt, like a pure white top, black shorts, and white socks.
Yeah,
That was the last time I watched Gateshead.
I watched Gateshead against down at Redbridge once with my two mates. That was years ago. Come on, that was 20 years ago.
I actually played at the National Stadium.
no, did you?
Yeah.
What deal? Was it like David? Like, what was it like? Put experience like?
Yeah. I went. I don't think you were with the forum then.
Yeah, I wasn't. No, when I was 16. When I joined.
You weren't there. We went to, like, the top players went to a tournament.
Yeah.
And we got all the way through to the final of the tournament, and they played the final at the National Stadium.
And won, like.
And we won the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Leila says, we have better players than Fulham. I think we'll stay up. I hope we do stay up. That's the thing.
We need to stay up.
Darren played.
I speak to Darren still. He used to. I speak to him once and all the time, but I speak to him sometimes. Not all the time. He's moved away now.
Jonathan says, Jonathan says, David, be positive for God's sake, and UFC will stay up. Well, the thing is, a lot of fans are not confident we'll stay up. That is the question.
That's not just
you can't blame them. You can't.
We've got to stay up. We've got to stay up. What kind of got to do with this?
A lot of fans are not confident. They think relegation is certainly nailed on for the end of the season.
And the cards.
Well, you can see it happening.
Paul says he doesn't think Wilder will come. Well, we'll wait and see.
If it was not true on Sky Sports,
I'd say he would have him. Liam says this is worse than joking here. John Carver and McLaren. Yeah, I totally agree. I know John Carver was terrible. McLaren was relegation, but this manager, my God, there's more to it
than him.
To make the bloke the worst than the others.
The guy's coaching the ball.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, well then, we've got a fall guest ready. And, of course, he's the main presenter of the Four Horsemen. It's Paul, everyone.
It's Paul. Hello, Paul.
How you doing, mate? How you doing, fella?
I thought you were going to introduce Archer there.
Don't associate me with him.
Yeah, I'm more hunting him anyway. So I'm out.
So, Paul, how are you finding the international break so far?
Do you want the truth?
Go on.
He's blood for
boring as fuck.
I mean, I didn't
agree to that.
I didn't bother. But
I agree to that, Paul. With you, I agree for that. Like,
I didn't bother watch England yesterday as well. I must say, to be honest, like,
couldn't be honest.
I watched the last 20 minutes. And I just flicking through the channel, so put it on.
I'm saying Paul, your blood's gotta be through the roof. Your blood's gotta be through the roof.
Why is that?
With all your rage.
Oh no!
It's mental. You're a legend, man. You're complete.
Yeah, man. I'm just like so annoyed with these pundits. Like, if I could just get them in a boxing ring and just lash the bastards. Honestly,
forward.
I've seen you do a video about a Bono and of course Ferdinand Paul going.
Yep.
What were you like when they come out with those comments?
Well, Rio Ferdinand. I mean, he's done it for a while now. I mean, you said on your video about him since like 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Where's you?
Oh, God.
Oh, you there?
Oh,
you gone off there, Paul?
I bet it's kind of difficult, I think.
He's pulled his plug out, hasn't he?
Hopefully he'll come back in a moment.
It's like, I do agree with him. Like, it's true. We've got these pundits who didn't know anything Newcastle, all know about is their former clubs. You know what I mean? It's crackers, man.
What I would like is for Rio Ferdinand to come and speak to an actual Newcastle fan, and then you would get to know the real truth.
Yeah,
for the club.
Instead
Got the free wheels.
Instead of like kind of hiding behind cameras like Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
On the bacon. I smell. How is the bacon? You say yes. How's the bacon? You say.
Labour says McLaren has a better CV than Bruce. Let that sink in. What he said he does, doesn't he?
Does I?
Anyone has a better CV than Bruce.
Does Bruce?
Joe Schmier's got a better CV than Bruce.
David will be called a Sam Ackerman. Yeah, David supports Sunderland. Oh, no one. This supports Sunderland by looks at. Oh, Paul's back. He must have had a problem there, so we'll get him back in. There he is.
Hey,
he's back.
I'm using the phone on here for the first time ever, and I just I hit the power off button by accident.
Oh,
Paul.
Yes. So yeah, Paul, you were saying about Bungalow and Rio Ferdinand, the comments they came out with.
I was just I mean, I wasn't so bothered. Bungalow just a fat little twerp, isn't he? I mean, he's not even he's irrelevant. He's just saying things to keep himself involved. You know what I mean? But like Rio Ferdinand, I mean, this guy is just a spineless piece of crap. If I'm honest with you, and he comes out with derogatory stuff about Newcastle fans buying the club when there's a pandemic on. Our families are struggling day in, day out. Business are being closed, people are struggling, and he comes out with that. Oh, need bother, we'll just put our hands in our back pockets and we'll get 300 million. God. What an absolute dildo.
Hold on a minute. I'll see if I've got 300 million in my back pocket.
Oh, God.
If I did, I would have got it.
And Bomb the Hole. Him and Bruce must have something in common by the sound of it.
Well, they're obviously having sex together, aren't they?
Yeah. They're on the ball.
And I would say, is it the thing about the international break, Paul? Is it good not being able to watch Newcastle for a bit after that dross against Brighton last Saturday?
I don't know, mate. I'm in the sort of camp that I think I just want the season out of the way, mate. The longer it goes on, the more painful it is. I'd rather us just play out the games and get the season over and done with and find out either way if we're staying up or not. It's just like we're having to wait 2 weeks for the Tottenham game, and I mean, Twitter's been mad today, absolutely mad. With what's going on with Steve Wraith interviewing Tommy Robinson, and that's all kicked off, and I've
never seen that.
No, if I'm honest, I don't agree with it. I don't think that guy should get any airtime. But
another thing, I know this is going back to I know it's going back to Sunderland, but Sean Middleton has explained why he left SCFC Fan TV, and I looked at that and I'm thinking, it sounds like he's been done the dirty work on him by the other people that have helped run that channel as well.
Yeah, well, you'll find that Kendall and Samantha won't be on NUFC Matters anymore on the Monday night. Yeah, I've spoken to them both today, so it's one of them things. I mean, Kendall is very, very strongly against racism, things like that, and and to be fair to them both, they've just stuck to the guns. There hasn't been any fallings out. They just, Kendall's just stuck by our priorities and our beliefs, and you've got to hold your hand up and say that's really good. I don't think this Pratt should get any airtime anyway. And then Steve said it wasn't about Newcastle United, but then Tommy Robinson's put a video out today on laughing at Newcastle and what happens if we're going to go with the Saudis. Are we going to be in love with the Saudis because of all of this? And so he's made it about Newcastle, and I think that's what's upset a lot of people today.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I've got another guest there. David, would you mind popping out the stream this time? So do check out David's channel. He's starting to get back into doing YouTube again. I know you did a live stream the other day. So feel free to check out David's channel if you want it. David McGohan at NUFC TV. David, thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah.
And we'll hope to see you again soon. Okay. See you, David. And please welcome Sharky from Toon Army TV.
Hey, looking colourful, my man.
Lonely.
Well, if I can't be colourful, I'll just be sad like the rest of us. Nah. Even lads, how's it going? You good?
Yeah, not too bad.
There's no Christ, you go out with that top on in the summer, Sharky, you'll be covered in black flies, mate.
Oh,
you look
man.
you look like a Springfield daffodil, my man.
Yeah, honestly, do you know what? You kind of, well, that's Steve Bruce's words. You kind of gone wrong with a super dry, You kind of gone wrong with their colours.
You can't like.
Yeah.
If you kind of brighten up anyone's day, then you're just going to be sad. That's all I can say.
That's very true.
How you finding the international break, Sharky? Did you bother with England last night, or did you thought, nah?
No, I actually watched it. I actually watched the full. Yeah, I actually thought it was how do I describe the game? It was. I was actually disappointed that we only won 5-0. It should have actually been probably 12 or 13. The chances that they missed, I mean, come on. But there you go, San Marino. I don't know what it is, but I want to watch some football. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Newcastle at the minute, it's depressing. We are so depressing to watch. So the next best depressant is England. I mean, let's be honest. It's just, if it's either that or it's non-league, but you can't even watch non-league football. So
no, exactly.
It's just, I don't know. Yeah. I feel like the international breaks probably come at the right time because the way things were going at the minute at the club, it's just every day is depressing, isn't it? Because you know that there's just no light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, yeah, I mean, you thought, I seen your video about after the Brighton game, you were absolutely raging about it. That performance was dreadful indeed. What do you make of the comments from Agbonglahor and Rio Ferdinand that have came out?
Yeah, to be honest, I've kept quite quiet since the Brighton game. I've just not wanted to say much about Newcastle opponents because you'll just get depressed. I feel like Agbonglahor, for me, I mean, why does that guy deserve any airtime? He's just complete prat. Can't stand the guy. Never rate him as a footballer either. And in terms of Rio Ferdinand, well, to say that we've got the money to try and buy the football club, I mean, where are you getting that from? I mean, who in this day and age, well, especially in the Northeast, in a pandemic, who's got the money to group together to buy the club? Do you know what I mean? Is he mad?
Yeah.
Because if we did, Mike Ashley would have left a long time ago. I just don't get these pundits. I mean, like I say, I don't listen to them anymore. For me, I mean, they probably watch her once a month, if that, and then they feel like they've got an opinion on the club that don't.
Aye, exactly. Aye.
I thought Agbonlahor was quite highly thought of by the Villa fans, but judging by the comments I've had on my videos, he's not very well liked. And
honestly, Paul, he's turned into a bit of a prat. If you look at the comments, he said not just about Newcastle, but about other clubs, but he knows nothing about them. Even if he hasn't represented that club, for some of the things he comes out with, man, I mean, just to fill in the airtime, it's got to be something, because you don't just come out and say things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not the first time he said it. He said it, was it at the start of the season where I had a right go at him?
Yeah, he's trying to make it in the world of pundits, isn't he? That's what he's trying to do, to be fair.
Crap, man.
He's just saying it to make news and all that kind of crap.
But like I say, with all the YouTube and stuff, I've just left it to you guys. Actually, I'll let you have the rant and rave about these. I'm not giving them the airtime. I'm not giving them any more airtime. That just let them say what they want, because at the end of the day, they don't watch it.
What did you make of the?
I'm normally quite calm.
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 What did you make of the first thing, Sharky, that the players had been given 6 days off of training until yesterday? They were actually training yesterday at the training ground.
Yeah, I did listen to the TalkSport part of things as well, and they said it was mistaken between 5 and 6 days. Now, like that's another one I said nothing about. Disgraceful. In a relegation battle, you want to get them straight into the training ground after Saturday's performance. You want to be honest, if I'm the manager, I'd be getting them in first thing Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. Let them just recover, get them in, talk through what went wrong, few tactics and stuff, and then maybe where we could improve, and then get them training over the course of the week. If they're on international duty, no problem, fine. But if they're not, for me, for the wages that they're on, some of these players are on, up to 80 grand a week, and for me, the bang average championship players, and they proved it against Brighton in a relegation battle. Steve Bruce played for a 0-0 draw, and that's what you get. If you're going down to Brighton in a relegation battle for a 0-0 draw, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get absolutely walloped, and that's what we got on Saturday. And let's be honest, that for me, I was embarrassed. Oh
yeah. Do you think Bruce is here to the end of the season, or do you think there's still a chance he could still go?
I'm resigned now that he's here at the end of the season. I think we're snug at it. We really are. The time to get rid of him was this week. He's had all the board have had time to get rid of him, bring in Chris Wilder or bring in whoever that's going to try and take us forward and try and build something for next season. Even if we go down, give the fans some hope that we can actually do something going forward. Because if we keep Steve Bruce, right, if we stay up, it's by utter fluke. For me, it's by utter fluke. For me, we're awful. We're awful to watch. I mean, there is pictures that Callum Wilson and ASM have been training, which can only be a positive. But the question is, do you rush them back for them to get injured again?
I don't think it make that much of a difference, though, to be honest.
No.
I mean, they haven't, yes, Wilson scored some goals, but, we're in this situation and we've had them in the team as well. So it's not like, them two are going to come back and everything's going to be solved, is it? I mean, they've got to get match fit and there's not enough time for that. We're just in a mess.
Good enough, though. We'll have to face the facts. So we've had, I would say, 2 games this season where I think we've actually played well. And that's the start of the season against West Ham. 2-0 deserved to win. Liverpool, do you know what? A 0-0, I think you would take that against them at the time before they start to slip off a bit. You're thinking, 0-0, we might actually build in it. Did we heck?
Anyway, guys, I've got another guest in. Jay, do you mind leaving there this time?
You brought me, yeah. You brought me.
No problem. Do check out Jay's channel, Retro NUFC. He's on the way to 400 subscribers, so do give him a subscription if you haven't done so. He does a lot of match previews, reviews, or Newcastle content as well. Jay, thank you very much for coming on. We'll hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, good luck.
See you later, Jay, mate. Stay well, mate.
And please welcome...
Not Archer.
Oh,
yeah. There's your mate, Paul. There's your mate, Archer. God, there he is.
It's the second coming of Jeff Hendrick.
It's Dr. Eggman, actually.
Archer, good to see you, man. Are you enjoying the international break so far?
One word, shit. Absolute shite.
Did you bother with England? Did you bother with England yesterday?
Well, I watched it, but you know, fact, in that group, England's just gonna dominate that group straight away. They're gonna qualify, but for me, internationals is just absolutely crap.
Are you glad to not watch Newcastle for a bit after the dross against Brighton?
Yes, I'm absolutely glad. We played absolutely shit against Brighton.
Do you know what though? That's why I watched England yesterday, to try and love football again, to see a victory of some sort on our side. Because if you watch Newcastle for any given time, you basically switch off. I mean, let's be honest, I switched off at 2-0 down against Brighton. I missed the third goal. I thought I couldn't watch it anymore.
No, exactly. We'll get some more comments because they are still flying through. Leave a twist of Richard Dennis or something like that.
That's saying something. That is saying something.
Keeping it too late.
I've done it all season.
Well, keep it white. It says, I said it before the Brighton game and mentioned it in my preview video that the previous result against Brighton still holds me to this day, and I feared a repeat. Lo and behold, a replay certainly happened. Well, that certainly did happen.
The thing is, Peter, can I ask you a question, all right? Where are we getting the next point from in our next 9 games? Where's the win coming from? I'd love to know.
That's where you wonder, because
I don't know. There's some people saying we're going to beat Spurs. How on earth can anybody see us beating Spurs the way we're playing?
Guess who's back for them?
well, that would be a human son, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's back.
But like, that's just typical. But how can anybody, after that Brighton performance, turn around and think that we are going to beat Spurs? In
Paul, we
what
can't even
realm
compete with West
of
Brom, mate.
reality?
We can't even compete with like Brighton and West Brom and Fulham. We're drew with them.
Exactly. And I know Spurs have been on a rough ride, but Jesus Christ, man, there's rough rides, and then there's playing Newcastle United.
Nah, they're
know what
streets
I mean?
ahead of a certain quality.
No, easily. But Pete says, lads, how many season tickets will Ashley give away next season?
You won't have to because the fans will be back.
Yeah. Fans will definitely be back. We'll
I'll
certainly
be back
be
for
back
it, yeah,
next
so
season.
I think even if we go down, I think fans will accept that we're going to go down, but they'll want to go back and watch the football.
I think there'll
Exactly.
still be, if we go down, I still think there'll be 35, 40,000 easy.
I'll be back there.
Easily.
I've said it. If we go down, I'll go and watch the lads next season because at the end of the day, it's my football club, it's your football club,
I'm in
and
the same
we'll love the team, don't we?
Yeah, I feel exactly the same. And it's
I'll
just
be
the whole
going back
match day
next season.
experience. And
Yeah,
meeting
that's
the-
amazing.
Now, what though, you get some. I was in the championship under was it Rafa and even under Chris Hughton. You get some good sides in that championship. Like it is banter. Like sometimes you can banter with their fans, like fans who you would never have thought you could do in the championship. In the Premier League, I think the championship's it's a bit of a ride, if you know what I'm saying. But
Absolutely.
especially the away games.
aye, right.
Oh, I'll get back to some away games as well.
I went to yeah, man. You spare the thought to me. I went to Ipswich on Monday afternoon. We got beat 3-1.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the
that's
best. Yeah, that was it.
That's a painful journey. That I know.
I went to
That's
Chef Wed.
painful.
I went to Chef Wed. We lost 2-1. That was an evening kickoff.
I hate that.
Well,
ground with
where
a
did you
passion.
score to, last season?
Oh, yes.
Leicester away. And we got beat 5-0. What did I say in my video? And I wasn't looking for attention. I said, get rid of him. There and I said, get rid of him. He's not good enough. And I'm still, even to this day, we're now more fans are now on the bandwagon of get rid of him. I said it probably a month into his reign. He's no good.
I didn't want him. I said. I said at the time I'd give him a chance, but after a few games, I thought,
I got criticised. Oh, you're being too negative. Oh, you got to give him a chance. I thought, right, okay, I'll give him a chance. He changed it to 4-2-3-1, and then all of a sudden, was it Man City in the cup? The game that we had to win. Oh, you went 5 at the back, and then you went for that the rest of the season. No, done.
Yeah, well, rattle some more comments off. Keep It Dude says, well, sorry to disappoint you, lads, but I'm not born and bred. I'm a Londoner in a family of Crystal Palace fans, but I refused to join the family and fell in love with the black and white. You can support whoever you want, mate.
Of course you can. I don't subscribe to this crap that if you're not from the area, you can't support them.
No.
You know what I mean? I think people who come out with that, they're gone in the head. Like, if he watched a Newcastle game and then decided to be a Newcastle fan, then good for him. He certainly can't be classed as a glory supporter, can he?
I know.
There's a lot of people in Newcastle that support like Man City and Tottenham and Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Paul says Joe Linton has a better score record than Rio Ferdinand.
I'll just be glad to let him go for free in the summer. I mean, I do fear if we have him in the championship, like if that's where we're going.
Hey, did you see John did a show tonight about Joe Linton? I haven't watched it yet.
You give it Joe Linton airtime.
He is. I mean, I watched 10 minutes. I think I watched the first 10 minutes, but I don't know how they're going to sort the kids out. But I'm like, wow, he's given, he's the love he's got for that man, and he's given out. Is he the worst signing ever?
He's just.
He's up there, definitely.
He's just not. He's not great, is he?
Kevin says, I'll leave in USC. Joe freaking Kinnear has a better win percent than Bruce. They'll let that sink in. Well, he certainly does.
He's just a crap match. Bruce is just tapped out his depth. He's just, if you watch that full video, I feel sorry if he's dead. Like that full 15-minute video against Brighton, I said everything you needed to know, and that was it. That was me. Get rid of him, and if you don't, we're going to face the consequences come the end of the season. And I don't want to say I told you so. I don't want to be that person. I want to say, we've stayed up fine, and then get rid of him, but. The writing's on the wall, lads.
It's a case of though, Sharky, you'd love to be proved wrong, wouldn't you, and stay in the Premier League?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I don't know whether my head's already accepted that we're going for Championship football. I don't know.
I've already accepted it. If we go down, I won't be like angry, shocked, or anything. I'm resigned. It sounds negative, but where's the hope, man? At the end of the day, with that record of 2 wins in 20 games, you wouldn't be in a job. Doesn't matter what club you're at.
I've just looked in the running like we all have, and I'm thinking, where are we getting points from?
Exactly.
No. Yeah, man, they were underestimating all the sides that we had leading up. I think we had Brighton, then we had like West Brom. Oh yeah, they'll walk through them.
They were the games that were looking at to win to pull away from relegation, weren't they? I mean, we've all said it, but they didn't perform. And
The thing
People
is,
said, "Oh well, we'll beat Sheffield United and we'll beat Fulham." Give our, will you? You know, Sheffield United will have nothing to play for, right? They'll be down by the time they play us. And the fact of the matter is they've got nothing to lose. So what happens when teams suddenly go down and they're mathematically relegated? They start playing like Barca friggin' Lorna. So
exactly.
You know,
I've just got a good feeling. I've got a funny feeling Fulham will stay up. I think they'll catch Burnley. I think they'll finish about 50. I really do.
I agree.
I don't know why I say that, but I said it a few weeks ago before we played Brighton. I reckon Fulham will finish about 15th. I think they'll put a run together.
Yeah.
The thing is, I could listen to Parker week in, week out because he has a philosophy. He understands what he wants from the side, and even if they lose, he's like, "Well, yeah, that wasn't my team tonight, but we're definitely going to improve." Our Steve Bruce are well, we tried.
Yeah.
Jonathan says, "You lads had your first vaccine yet? I'm still waiting for mine."
Yes.
You know, you said not had it.
About 2 weeks ago.
I've had mine. I was ill for 2.5 days.
I was as well. Wasn't ill. I wouldn't say I was ill, but I had a bad head. I was shaking.
Which one did you have?
AstraZeneca.
That's what I had.
I'm getting my second one on the 8th of June.
I haven't got a date for my second one yet, Mike.
Oh no, they gave us one. They literally see it on the 8th of June. Same time. That's if we've got any vaccinations left, by the way they're talking, but there you go.
There's a bit of a
I just want to get back. I just want to get back to football next season. I don't care what it is. I just want to get back.
I'm sick of it now. Like I really am.
Sick,
I'm
mate.
sick.
Same. Yeah, I want to go back and watch some games.
You know, with the lack of YouTube videos as well, it's because I'd rather be outdoors. I thought that's what my channel was built on: being outdoors, being around the ground, being around, talking to you, the fans. Use are the fans.
Last game I went to was I think it was Burnley.
Oh God, we know how that ended.
I ended up in lockdown over Spain, didn't I?
Oh, I felt so sorry for you, Archer, when that happened to you.
Archer, you can't say I didn't warn you. I did tell you on the plane. Oh, you do know that I think Spain's going into lockdown. I didn't warn you. I warned him I said to him before he boarded the plane. Oh, I think Spain could go into lockdown. They've got loads of cases. Well, off he went. Got there, and he's locked in.
2 days into your holiday, the whole country went. And oh God, I feel so sorry for you then.
I'll tell you what, I wish Steve Bruce went down at the time and just locked him up. Tell you.
Hi. Liam says Gateshead need a football stadium. What do you think about it? I think I like it when they play.
It's nostalgia.
I like the International Stadium as well.
It's nostalgia. Do
you know what? I've never been to a Gateshead game.
Get yourself, honestly, Paul.
Go for it, Paul.
Never
go for it. Paul, it's classic nostalgia. Once you go to your first game, you'll be pulled in. If Newcastle aren't playing, you'll be pulled in. Trust us.
Managed by former X2 player Williamson.
I don't. You know what? If they win, they win. They lose, they lose. But you just go there, just to see what happens. You know what I mean? Like,
I do like
my dad's a season ticket holder at Spennymoor, and he says the standard of football is really good. You know, it's like
I love non-league.
You know, you don't get all of these like prima donnas and that. It's hard fought good football. You know, so
I took Peter at Newcastle Benfield, and you enjoyed it, didn't you? So.
I did. I'll get myself back there, Blue Star as well.
Yeah, they need fans. They want fans back.
Yeah, well, we've got some more comments because they are really coming through at this rate. Layla says Jim Anderson is better than Lascelles. He's a decent centre back. He really is. I'll read that.
Drop off that squad that played against Brighton, if I'm honest. Did he even deserve to play the next game?
Thomas says with Bruce we are definitely down. I know. As I mentioned, no one's feeling confident we're going to stay up under Bruce. Layla says Steve Bruce is trying to attack the Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi? Oh, when my phone went off.
I think it's because your phone went or something.
I pressed the off button. I pressed the side button on my iPhone because I've never been on StreamYard on my iPhone before, so I just thought I'm chilling downstairs, so I'll come on through my phone, you know.
Liam says my CV on FM is better than Bruce's CV.
I think anyone's football manager CV is better than his.
We've had just laid up on Paul. We've had some dirty comments come in on this live stream about John and bloody Joe Linton. Filthy buggers. No, are you can talk, Archie? Yes, you.
Oh, the king of it, you.
I like you and bloody chippers. I'll tell you, honestly.
Hey, God.
You know, Peter, how Chippers was saying the other day that he was going to, wait for payday today, right, and enter the competition.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think he paid? Given how he was bigging it up, go on, have a guess.
I could probably say around about 30 quid, maybe.
a tenner.
Oh, really?
A tenner. And it just paid day to day, and he was bigging everything up, saying, "Oh, I'll definitely get some entries on Friday when I'm paid, and like, unbelievable. What's your gun win it as well? You just know it'll happen.
Probably. Daniel Graham, good to see you, bro. See Gordon Ramsay, thoughts on Saturday's games? The way Newcastle played, they were wearing Gandhi's flip-flops and not football boots. Well, exactly.
I think the performance that screamed the relegation that did, though. I mean, you don't just go down to Brighton and just play like that. The first and second goal were carbon copy of each other.
It was just awful, wasn't it? Really, from the first kick-off, we should have been 4-0 down at half time.
I think we are now officially in the Premier League the worst team to go to the Amex and lose 3-0. I think we are now statistically the worst club.
I think we're the worst team in the Premiership now, to be honest.
Yeah, we are. We've got Burnley. I think we've got Burnley, and people say that's a winnable game. No, the way they play, we'll probably get beat 3-4 off Burnley.
We've only beaten Brighton once, wasn't it? And that was in the Championship with
that's our level.
That was with Diame's magnificent ankle flick.
Nowadays we're trying to use Jeff Hendrick, and he's absolutely useless.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan says, just call David as a Mac, and then I wouldn't do that. Keep It Tune says, it's easy now with the yellow daffodils and the yellow shark is still blooming in full colour.
Hello. I think I've started. I tell you what, I think I've started something again. I'll be getting called the bloody daffodil next.
Well, Bruce was talking about daffodils a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he?
Oh, he was,
yes.
He's just. I'm always looking forward to see what he says next. I mean, what it'll be now? It'll be all guns blazing, against Tottenham. But now happens the mini bullets.
I'm just waiting to see Peter's reaction next week when Hendrick's in the starting lineup for him. You just know it's going to happen.
Didn't I see something in the comment section about Christian Atsu getting a game? I mean, let's be fair. I'm not being funny, but
no.
And I know you're saying no, right? But you look at the current crop of players that we're using. I mean, he can't be any worse. I know he's bad, but he can't be any worse than what's going on at the minute.
Well, he's not a bad player, is he? I mean, he wasn't a bad player. Let's be honest. I mean, but I just,
But would you give him a chance, or would you give him 45 minutes? I think I would. Can't be any worse than the current.
If we went down, I'd keep him.
I don't think you'll want to stay though, because you think, the whole idea is I got you promoted in the first place. You didn't really give us a chance. I'm not staying.
He scored about 2 goals and he's turned shite.
Keep It Tune says, Paul is always calm. He's as calm as sinking your teeth into a ghost chili.
David worry, brace yourself, because there might be something else tomorrow in the papers or whatever. It's coming from.
This is looking like.
Oh, God. There's always something rumbling in the papers, there'll be something else. Someone else coming about Newcastle.
It's every pig.
That's what I'm saying. Just brace yourself for tomorrow. More rage.
This is Luke Alive says, hi, Luke. I hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. You're doing well. Hi, you Newcastle lads. Of course, Luca is an Arsenal fan, very passionate Arsenal fan. He does a lot of live streams as well. So go and check him out as well.
Do you know what it is, right? When people go on about my rage, right? I mean, we mentioned this a few months ago. It's just hard on your sleeve stuff. It's not like I'm just raging. It's because it's my club being destroyed. You know what I mean? I hate people people who have nothing to do with Newcastle United just making derogatory comments about the fans. That really, really churns me up, and it's just hard on your sleeve stuff. I can't help it. It's just like I have to fight back, if you like. You know what I mean? And it's just the way I am about my football club. It's just I can't stand people having to go to us.
I'll be honest, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. I mean, like you say, if we go down, if the fans get back, I mean, the fans are meant to be getting back in for the Sheffield United game. If he's still there, we're due to go down. He's in trouble. But if he already is. But
there'll be no fans anywhere near the dugout. I know that much. They'll put them over the other side.
They'll be shoving the Gallagher or the East Stand.
Liam says, I ain't going to watch Newcastle. It's too depressing. Can't wait to watch my local non-league team, Dutch Helmwood, when fans are back. Did anyone see the news? I don't know if you watched a stream earlier about what's happened to the Dutch Hamlet, the football side.
Yeah, one of them got fined £8,000. I think that was Dulwich and Hamlet. And I know Dover got fined quite a bit as well, but
40K,
I think it's down to the fact that they didn't fulfil the fixtures. But the thing is, within the National League, they got told they had to fulfil the fixtures, but they refused. So to fine them, I think, is in the pandemic is stupid. But to say they were relegated anyway, if you're going to dock them 12 points, yeah, fair enough. At least they could probably pull it back in the league below, but to fine them for a non-league club, I think it's daft.
Well, that just stinks,
anyway,
isn't it? Hey,
anyway,
sorry, Peter, did you see
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see what happened to Dumbelli the other day?
No.
No, I haven't.
I did. I think it was Usman Dembele. It's one of the Dembellis.
He passed out. Was that that record Madrid guy?
He was just like doing stretching around the centre circle, and he just fell backwards and collapsed. And then luckily there was an ambulance there at the training ground, but obviously like all the other players were like in tears and all that kind of stuff, and like they turned him on his side, and you could see one of the players just making sure he hadn't swallowed his tongue and stuff like that. You know, when people collapse, obviously that's the first thing you do. But they had him turned on his side, and I haven't heard any news on him since, so I don't know what's happened. But it was just freakish. You know, you've seen them do it in the past where they're just standing there and they just collapse. It was bizarre.
Yeah, well, did anyone hear that a player from Barrows retired at age of 22 from a heart condition?
Seen that.
That's awful, That's awful.
Well, then I've got another guest waiting to come in. Who doesn't mind dropping out the stream this time?
I'll pop out, Peter. I'm all right. I'll pop
no
out.
problem,
Paul.
Paul.
You sure, Paul? You want us in?
Yeah, no, it's all right, matey. I'll pop out.
No problem.
Right,
cheers.
I'll still watch, but I'll pop out.
Cheers, Paul, for coming in.
Take care, guys.
See you, Paul. Yeah, that was Paul from the 2 Review. Do check him out. He's well on the way to getting on to 2,000 subscribers by the looks of it. He's certainly getting there. Great channel. Do check him out. He does all he's doing. He's really, really, his channel's way on the go to hitting 2K subs. So we'll bring Mason in. So we'll get him in now. Mason, good evening. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
How are you finding the international break so far?
Yeah, I didn't watch the games.
You didn't bother with watching the game?
Yeah.
What did you make of the game against Brighton on Saturday?
Frustrating.
No, well, I think it was more than frustrating. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think Steve Bruce is going to go? Do you think he's going to be at the end of the season at least?
Yeah, I think he'll be here until the end of the season.
I think the more this drags on, you can certainly think he's going to be here to the end of the season by the looks of it. Do you think we're going down, or do you think we'll just stay up?
We'll stay up.
Well, good to see the optimism that you think we'll just stay up. Even if I think we'll stay up, I think it's going to be down to pure luck this time.
Nah, I don't think it's going to be luck. I think it's going to be fun of losing games.
Well, that's the thing, but all it could take is for fun to go grab a couple of results and us to lose, and then we're in that bottom 3. But we'll wait and see. But a lot of us are confident that
Thrown into 3 goals in 61 games.
That is terrible, that, isn't it? We only hope is Callum Wilson, ASM Hall, dig us out the shit, but oh god. This is definitely the worst I've felt as a Newcastle fan all season under this management. Do you now agree, lads, that Bruce is now the worst manager?
I'll let you go first, Archer.
Yes, he is the worst manager. I would definitely put Steve Bruce with Steve McClaren and Joe Kinnear. All 3 of them are absolutely rubbish.
Yeah, not to mention, I love watching all of your channels, especially all the...
Yeah, that's thank you very much for checking us out. Sharky, is Steve Bruce the worst manager we've had?
I think it's difficult to say, because at the end of the day, if he stays till the end of the season and he keeps up, then no, because McClaren had the money. Yeah, they both had money, but McClaren had the money and he got relegated, unfortunately, and he got sacked. He got relieved of his duties. However, you look at his record. Yes, it's not great, but if he keeps up, then the question is, did he relegate us? no, and you know what I mean, that you look on the season. But if we go down, right, and it's like if it becomes something like 2 wins in, let's say 29 games, or let's say we lose every game, which I hope we don't, but let's say it happens, then yes, he is, because given the fact that there's been moments this season where he could have been replaced and they haven't done it. And I feel like this was the perfect chance to bring in a new manager over the international break to try and get the best out of this squad, because I've said it before, like, I believe in the players. I think we've got some decent players. Yes, we haven't got all the quality in the world, but we are very capable of finishing mid-table in the Premier League, not the bottom 3 or where we are now, bottom 4. It's down to the manager, and for me, I feel like the 4-3-3 isn't working. It should be 4-2-3-1.
Exactly. Well, I've said he's the worst manager. I mean, 2 wins out of 20 games.
Don't get us wrong. Like, that's not great, but you know, we are probably in a better position now to when Rafa come in and to when other managers have come in, because we're not in the relegation zone. We've got a couple point buffer, and we've got a game in hand as well. But the thing is, games in hand mean nothing if you can't win games. But we'll have to wait and see. Like, I'll tell you at the end of the season. That's if he stays, and we'll see what happens. But if he gets sacked, then yes, I will put him down. But right now, we've probably got an advantage on Fulham. Like, we've got the game in hand, but we'll have to beat Liverpool. But that's easier said than done.
Well, I've said the reason I've said he's the worst manager, because 2 wins out of 20. I mean, that's awful. I mean, the way he's threw players under the bus. I mean, what he's done at Richie, he's done with the Longstaff brothers, and it's just when you watch his press conferences every time now.
Oh, like, didn't get us wrong. I didn't rate him. I never wanted him to start with, but if Mike Ashley's going to be brave and keep him until the end of the season, then I want to see the wins then. I want to see him back up, you know, with the words that he's saying, I'm capable of keeping him up. Well, I want to see we finish, you know, in the Premier League for the next season, but I don't think we are. And that's when I will say Steve Bruce is the worst manager, but we'll have to wait and see. But like I've said it before, he should go, as far as I'm concerned. This can't be good for his health. You look at him, he looks ill.
He does, doesn't he? I'm thinking, wow. The reason why he's not left because there's no fans at the ground. Well, I'll just rattle through some more comments before we get another guest in who's waiting in the background. Keeper Two says ASM will be ready for Spurs, but Wilson isn't going to be ready till Burnley. Well, we'll wait and find out, but it's not going to make much of a difference at their back, because I think Spurs are still going to beat us. Lucas Life says, big up. Lucas says, are you going to beat us? Judging by this rate, no, I think Arsenal will turn us over. 100%.
Well, Steve Bruce will play for a 0-0 draw, but then all of a sudden we'll get beat 1-0.
Retro NFC, thank you for having me on lower live stream tonight. No problem, Jay. As I mentioned, go and check out Jay's channel, Retro NUFC. He does a lot of Newcastle content on there. He's trying to hit 400 subscribers, so do help him try to get there. Lucas says, last time Newcastle beat Arsenal was 17-18. He said, yes, that's when we won 2-1 at St James's Park, but yeah. And he says, Luca, preview St James's Park. We should do a preview. Yeah, we can do if you want to. Yeah, feel free to give us a message anytime, or you could drop me a message and we can arrange something. That does sound good. Yeah, and he says, yeah, we should do a preview. Yeah, why not? Keeper Toon says, that Leicester video, Sharky, was the most rage I have ever seen you. You was fuming, mate.
Well, the problem is, because we can see it with our own 2 eyes as fans, like, the football's crap and we knew what was coming, and look where we are now. Like, you know, weeks and months and a year and a bit on, like, we haven't really progressed. And let's be honest, I was raging after the Brighton game, because that was probably months of brewing up with anger, because just, for me, it's not acceptable.
No, not acceptable.
Not like
at all. We'll read one more comment now before we get the full guest in. This is Lucas I says, could down to St James's Park for the preview. First to me, because things opening by April the 12th, so be able to go on a train, so then we could do Newcastle v Arsenal preview. If it's possible, why not? I know I've seen you like to do a bit of travelling about, Lucas, so yeah, go for it if we're allowed to. Yeah, why not? Well, then we'll get with the next guest in, and it is Dan Graham.
Dan.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. And yourself?
No, I'm all right. Can't complain.
How's do you enjoy the international break so far, Dan?
I did watch England last night, yeah. I thought we'll play very well, but I've got to say big up to the San Marino goalkeeper, actually. He pulled off some stunning saves.
Oh, he was phenomenal last night, wasn't he?
That Ward-Prowse free kick, fantastic touch to save that. That Ben Chilwell thunderbolt, you know, that was a really good save. Jesse Lingard, after I think he had about 5 shots that game, and he saved all 5 of them. So big ups to him. So England could have won by more, but big ups to the San Marino keeper. He played fantastic.
Tell you what, though, Dan, I'm glad you're the only one that's come on and said that you've watched England. I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, I thought that as well. It is San Marino, and you want to see us play well. With 2 international tournaments within 18 months, we've got to be ready. And
we've got Albania on Sunday.
And then Poland, with Lewandowski.
Tough game, that Poland. That'll be a good one.
Especially Lewandowski, in my opinion, he's the best finisher in football today. A bit like Shearer in his prime. So, I
think Dominic Calvert-Lewin probably starting again.
I think Kane will start against Poland, but I think you might keep Calvert-Lewin for Albania on Sunday. But I think Kane's got to start.
It was just nice to report a victory for a change, and it wasn't Newcastle. I'm trying to be positive.
Dad, give us your thoughts on that Brighton game last Saturday. I mean, that was an embarrassment. That was.
Well, as you guys know, I celebrated my 29th birthday just the other week. And I started supporting Newcastle when I was 4. So 25 years of supporting Newcastle. The game against Brighton was the worst, weakest, most pathetic performance I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen some bad.
I couldn't agree more.
I'd even say the performance against Brighton was worse than the 5-0 against Leicester at Shark United.
Oh, me and Archer may have a different opinion on that one.
Yeah.
Leicester was really bad. That was awful. That could have been 15 or 16. That.
I say Newcastle gave up within kick-off. They just didn't try and they weren't bothered.
Do you think relegation's 100% going to happen this time?
Yes, I've already accepted it. We'll get relegated.
That is. Do you think Steve Bruce is still going to go, or do you think he's still going to be here to the end of the season?
I don't see any change coming, really. I mean, to be honest, the team's not good enough. The ball's not good enough. The management's not good enough. And of course, the order's not good enough. Nothing's good enough. And we deserve to go down with the performances that we put in. And Mike Ashley, he's not bothered. All he cares about is getting the money in. So, like 2008-9, it was too late to sack Joe Kinnear, bring Shearer in. Well, Kinnear had health problems, but in 2015-16, we sacked McLaren too late, brought Rafa in too late, and we still went down. It's going to be the exact same again this season.
Yeah, your hoping is if we do sack Steve Bruce, but if we still go down, we've got a manager who's going to get us back up. Because if we go down with Bruce, I have no faith of him getting us back up.
We're going to be one of those mid-table championship clubs, and we'll be done there for a while. I don't think we're going to go to League One like a lot of fans are saying, but if we go down in the Championship, I'd say at least 2 or 3 seasons. That's if we start to really push back. But to be honest, I think the writing's been on the wall all season that we're going down if we're not. Either when you've got a manager right in the Premier League who's got a bad track record, not one club would have touched him, and all of a sudden we gave him a job. Do you know what I mean? If you go from, to be honest, you deserve to get relegated if you go from Rafa Benitez to Bruce. That's like going from Pep Guardiola at Man City to Neil Warnock. Last minute. Man.
We've all agreed over the last 12 months while we've been talking so much football, the Championship is now such a competitive league. So
it is.
It certainly is.
In 2009-10, we dominated under Houghton. 16-17, we just made it to the top, but we had so much competition. But this year, well, we will go down next year, but
honest,
a lot more competition this time around.
I'll be honest, it's not just about the competition, though. Like, I think we'll get relegated. Our team's not going to be strong enough, to get back up. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're going to have to clear some deadwood, then we're going to have to bring some players in, but they're going to have to gel as well. So it could be a long road back.
I think a lot of players will be away if we go down.
Not staying out.
No, they will.
Who wants to play under him?
Well, obviously not Matt Ritchie, so I think he's gone at the end of the season. Ever since he called him a coward and all this rampage they had against each other.
Yep.
I've not seen Matt Ritchie play one game since his fallout with Bruce. He's been on the bench, never been used, and you know what Steve substitutes tactics.
Can I just say something as well?
Go on, mate.
If we stay in the Premier League, right, at the end of the season, let's say we do somehow by a miracle, because it's only by fluke we're going to stay in this league. If Fulham didn't win games, so if we stay up for next season, what's that to look forward to? Even if the fans go back, it'll be the same old Mike Ashley trying to sell the club, and then injuries happening throughout the season. It'll be another relegation battle. Do you know what I mean? You got now to look forward to. I know I'm not saying the Championship will be any better, but the thing is, it's that we're in limbo, aren't we? We've got now to look forward
to. To me, I've said that the Saudi takeover. I think that's
gone, mate. It's not happening. Yeah. It's 100% not happening. It's dead.
Despite COVID and lockdowns, all that, if it was going to happen, it would have happened by now, and it hasn't. Yeah. So that's completely.
We'll have to accept it, though. We'll have to accept we've got Ashley now, and then he'll just sell whenever we feel. Whenever, right? Thing is, we'll wake up one morning. It could be a year's time, whatever. He sold the club. We'll not know about it. He could sell to anyone.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to rattle through some more comments off. Football Frenzy says, hi, lads. Hi, mate. Hope you're keeping well. AC Myers, that's Adam Myers. All right, lads. Good to see you. Adam, if you want to pop in and the live stream, feel free to do so. The link is pinned in the live chat. It's in the description as well. Lucas says, what's worst Newcastle game in live?
I've seen a few.
Probably the Brighton game, actually.
I've even been in the ground where we've been completely turned over and we've never competed. I would have felt sorry for any Newcastle fan last week if that had been a travelling game to watch that 3-0 draw. So imagine though, 8 o'clock kick off down to Brighton, then getting all the way back.
Because all the way to Brighton as well. That would have been. I don't know what would be more torture, the journey all the way back to Newcastle or being at the game.
I did it with Ipswich in the Championship, albeit the worst thing at the end was they said Brighton were confirmed as promoted to the Premier League. Hadn't quite won the league yet, but we were getting there. We had to be Preston, but imagine that though on a Monday evening, you're travelling back from Ipswich, windy roads.
Yeah, Lucas says Steve Bruce will not leave to the end of the season. Well, it's looking that way so far.
What'll happen is we'll go in the Championship, we'll have a bad start, and then when there's not much to pay off, when you're getting towards November, December time, they'll just pay them off. So yeah, off you go.
Matthew Smith says Joe Linton is as much use as a chocolate teapot.
As though we've not seen Joe Linton in the Championship, so we need to see, without judging him too. But if, let's say we got relegated to the Championship, you have to give him a chance, see what he could do. Can he cut it? If he can't, then you'll know after 6 months.
Matthew says Steve Bruce is the type of person to sit around in the house in his Star Wars pajamas eating doner kebabs. Oh, we've got another dirty comment coming after that as well. Leila Eden says John and Joe Linton have met each other to make hot chocolate delicious. Oh God!
Yeah, do you know what it is though? That's what it's come down to now, because we've gone from, if you remember, Rafa, Rondon, and Perez to Joe Linton and Jeff Hendrick. Let that sink in. What a partnership we had, right? With, you know what? The best person who got the best out with Perez was Rondon.
They had a tremendous season when they played.
That was unbelievable that season.
That was Rafa's last season as well. Now look what it's ended up to.
That's why he deserved to go down. How can you go from Rafa Benitez to Steve Bruce? Do you know what I mean? I said it before.
Mo Lester says, hi lads, hope you're keeping well there, mate. Matthew Smith says, imagine if Steve Bruce ate himself in a post-match interview to hide his embarrassment. The one criticism I'll give a Steve Bruce, he throws players under the bus. He doesn't take the criticism upon himself. If something's gone wrong, you've got to take. You're the manager. You do the team selection, right? And if it's gone wrong, you've got to take blame. Yes, okay, players can make individual mistakes, and that's up to them to come out and speak. But if we've been beaten 3-0 off Brighton, you've got to come out and put your hands up and say, "Hey, I got it wrong." Yeah,
the man's got any respect whatsoever.
He hasn't. He's got none.
No respect.
Do you know what though?
He lost everything.
Though what it is though, right? With Rafa, right? Sometimes we'll play really defensive football and we'll get beat off someone who we shouldn't have done. Even I think it was against Oxford as well, who got beat in the Championship. And he said, "You know what? Hey, I'll put my hands up. Hey, it went really badly wrong this afternoon, but we'll put it right next game. At least we can say, right, okay, fair enough. You know, you've come out and admitted it, but Steve Bruce, it's never my fault."
Lucas says Newcastle will stay up. God, I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right.
But the question is how?
Oh God!
How?
Miracle.
Hello. Miracle, yeah, by this way. Matthew says, I went to the Metro Centre yesterday and saw Steve Bruce wipe Joe Linton's horse on the escalator.
Make sure it's a wet one.
Well, Adam's ready to come in here. Who doesn't mind dropping out the live stream this time? Who doesn't mind dropping out the live stream, because I'm going to bring Adam in now.
I'll drop out.
All right, no problem, Archer. Thank you very much for coming in.
Right, catch you later.
See you later, Archer, mate. See you later. And let's bring Adam Myers in now. So here he is. How you doing, fella?
I'm doing good, man. Yourself? And how's everyone else doing here?
Yeah, good, Adam, man. Good, mate.
Not too bad. What do you make of the international break so far, mate?
It's always boring, mate. I don't like international breaks. I think it's just one of those things that I'm just like, I can't be bothered with international friendlies, but by the time it reaches around the Euros and the World Cup, that's when I'm actually invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the exact same, actually. I mean, I'm not bothered about friendlies, but You want to see us do well in qualifiers and then lead up to the main tournament.
That's why I watched it. Like that's why I'm watching now because they're all qualifying games. Like, they actually mean something.
Exactly.
Even if you know they're going to qualify, you just watch it anyway. Because let's be honest, and this is my excuse to why I watch England. I mean, I'll watch it anyway. It's because Newcastle's so bad that like seeing England win was like bloody hell. It's like watching Newcastle win their first game in about 15 attempts. It's like under Steve Bruce. Like wow, I've seen it win.
Yeah. Did you bother with the England game yesterday, Adam, or did you not bother with it at all?
Well, I don't know if it was ITV or Sky Sports or whatever that malark was, but I thought I couldn't be bothered to watch it, so I just watched the highlights on YouTube, like straight afterwards.
It was on ITV.
Well, Adam.
Well, I've done better things then.
Well, Adam, the last game against Brighton for Newcastle, what did you make of that game?
Don't get me started on that, because thankfully I was streaming. I think I was streaming all just doing my walk and whatnot. But ever since I saw that match, I literally just thought we don't have a backbone in that entire team. And I've said it since day one that this team was destined to go down. And that back defence, get rid of it. In fact, no, get rid of the entire squad.
I wouldn't even be sad to see anyone else.
Because basically we're down to the last 10 odd games now, and I'm expecting like Warriors to go out there and actually put a performance. And as far as I can tell, we don't have anything going forward. And I think that missing Callum Wilson and ASM has been like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think. Like it's a sign saying that we do need them, because what we're going to do, rely on Joe Linton up front and just bang it in goals. Don't think so. He's done nothing this season.
Don't strike
him. Adam, do you think we're going down? And do you think Steve Bruce is going to go, or do you think he's here at the end of the season by the looks of it?
I think we'll go down. And I think for some strange reason, I think Steve Bruce was going to stay till the remaining of he's going to stay for another season, I think. I have a strong suspicion if he goes down, they're going to be like, oh, he's going to be the manager that brings us back up. No, I don't think so. Get on your high horse.
No. Yeah, I totally agree. Well, a lot of us fans are not feeling confident that I think relegation's 100% certain there this season.
Yeah, because I went into the BBC website and see all the Twitter and whatnot, and I saw like a Newcastle fan saying, "Well, we're all hyped up over. We're 2 points ahead of Fulham. We haven't got a game in hand." I'm like, "Yeah, we've got to stop relying on other results to happen. Fulham, we know for a fine fact they're going to perform and just score goals against like the big four. Because I mean, they beat Liverpool the other week." And then we've got a game in hand. That game in hand is against Man City, I believe, which I think is like the third last game of the season. There's no chance we're going to get a result against City.
I honestly think Fulham are better than us. I think they've got a better all-rounded manager as well. He's eager to learn.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with you.
I think I've said I could list. Go on, Dan. Go on, Dan.
If anyone's seen the internationals, Mitrovic scored twice last night against Northern Ireland.
Who's this?
Mitrovic.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, great. It was a great goal, that man. As much as I don't rate him, it was a good goal.
The thing is with Mitrovic, I watched him when he come off the bench against Leeds for Fulham, and I didn't think he did out. I must say, I didn't think he did out.
I think that there would have given a bit of confidence, though, because Fulham are going to need players with confidence. And let's be fair, they have got confidence. If they can beat Liverpool, they've told the world that they're very capable of beating anyone. Yes, they lost to Leeds. I think that's a bit of a kick in the teeth for them, but they're the sort of side, like with Parker, they'll respond. We don't have, like as Adam mentioned, we don't have grafters. We have nothing in our sight to suggest where is the next result coming from. I hear a lot of, we might beat Spurs. That's not going to happen, in my opinion. And then we've got Burnley. We'll definitely get 3 points. I'm sorry, but Burnley, they turned aside Everton. You know what I mean? They've turned aside some big sides this season. Like, we are not. I don't know where the next win's coming from. I really don't, and that's why I think we're going down. You can bring Callum. The thing is, right? You can bring back Callum Wilson. You can bring back Alan Saint-Maximin. But what will we like with them in the side? We still weren't that great.
I know where the next one's coming from in the Championship.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably against Derby's B team. I'm really feel sorry for.
Actually, it's a 0-0, 89th minute. Really, right? I'll go on and scores a thunder cunt 91st minute.
I just think, regardless, the longer we keep Steve Bruce, that for me the inevitable is going to happen. I said this week. People say, "Oh, but if you change the manager, it might not always come off." I think it would do, because we're in a better position this time around. We're 17th. We've got a game in hand. And if you bring Chris Wilder in, no doubt you get a tune out of those lads. But at the minute, if you've got players coming out and calling your manager a coward, that tells me there's unrest. And you're never going to win the dressing room over. That's why we are in big, big trouble.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to rattle through more comments because they're still keeping it coming through. Kim Toon says, I love Paul's rage. It reminds me of the old true Geordie, but Paul takes the crown now. Oh. Thing is,
I didn't want to rage. I didn't want to rage. I didn't like to rage. Do you know, I didn't even want to do Saturday's video, let's be honest. I just want to do a video, be positive for a change, say, we played great today, and hopefully we can build it on to the next game. I don't want to rage. It's not what I'm about. But
exactly. Dad, this is your comment. First game back for the fans. Buy a match program, get a free cabbage to throw Bruce if he's still in charge.
I want to know about the fans who are going back against Sheffield United. I mean, are you actually going to put some investment in the watcher?
Matthew Smith says 1, 2, 3, 4. Charlie had a piss on the kitchen floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Mike Ashley's agreed. All the chocolate cake.
That's a good one.
The thing is with Mike Ashley though, right? If we go down, it'll just be little investment. He's not going to spend loads on the club if he wants to sell it. No. If that's what everyone's talking, he's going to sell to certain buyers, but he's just going to wait. If we go down, right, with Mike Ashley in charge of the club, he's wiped his hands with the club. He's not going to spend loads of money, like you did with Rafa.
That's the thing. Kim Toon says it was Moussa Dembele from Atletico Madrid who collapsed. Lucas says, do you want me to come up to Newcastle? If you want to come up, feel free to do so, mate.
Expensive. Good luck, though.
Oh, it is.
What's not expensive these days?
Oh, you're talking like 150 quid journey. That's just together.
Apart from Mike Ashley, he's not expensive. He's cheap as shit.
Keeper Toon says, I get the feeling that if the players just group together, play for the fans and keep it so Bristol will be the one that is praised for a great turnaround, then we'll never get rid of him. Thoughts? Well, to me, that is the thing. If they don't want to play for the manager, play for the fans.
Well, when you've got players coming out and saying things like, "Well, what did the manager sack and it never happened," and there's divide, then you're not going to win. You know what I mean? Like if you've got sections of the squad not playing for him, and you've got certain sections that are, you're not going to get the perfect performance, are you? And that's why we're losing games. Simple as that. The record speaks for itself.
Yeah. Keeper Toon says San Marino keeper to be the replacement for Dubravka Doll if we go down in their lead. Oh,
we get beat off San Marino on current form.
Probably would.
We get beat. Mm-hmm. We play them in like a one-off FA Cup game. We'll probably get beat 1-0. Jeff Hendrick on goal.
Probably.
Layla says Sharky Peter and Adam and Paul. Sharky Peter and Paul Shull is brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that.
I don't do YouTube for praise. I just speak my mind, basically.
Lucas says, do you think away fans will ever come back so you go to home and away every week? Yes, it'll come back. It'll come back.
Well, by some of the away performances this season, I mean, you might want to keep your money.
I think I want to get back to more away games.
I'll be doing them, mate. Like I say, I've got connections with away days. So, but the thing is, like, imagine going this season though, some of the dross performances we've seen on the road. Wow, imagine the money you would have wasted.
And if we go down to the Championship as well, some of the places we can go to as well, I think would be a good place to go to.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I've said before, like, the thing is, right, I'm not being negative when I'm resigning to relegation. There's a difference between, like, we're getting relegated, I'm not going back. Like, I will go back. I'm just resigning to fate. The thing is, the table doesn't lie. Yes, okay, we're 17th, we've got a mathematical chance of staying up, but I just feel like Fulham have got more about them. Yeah, the manager, the squad, as a collective, they're a decent side to watch. We are not good to watch. We're awful to watch.
Exactly. David says, hi, Shocky, mate.
Hi, David. Hope you're well, mate.
Barry says, evening, lads. Evening, Barry. Hope you're well, mate. Layla says, Peter Hendrick doing a Cleveland Steve on Shocky. Oh, God.
It's all coming in now.
Layla, man. Layla says, John and Jolene were arguing on the last slice of milled mozzarella that they broke their knobs.
I say about John and John. I saw Paul from the Two Views show the other night as well, and some of the comments that were coming up.
The Four Horsemen show. I mean, that show has just lifted off ever since now.
Like I say, I got on last minute. I think someone was missing, and I just got I got on last minute.
Lilis also says, John and John were making two. Joe Linton and John were making two making noises fighting over the last milk mozzarella, and their neighbours called the police, and John and Jolene got it. Oh, Jesus.
Poor John. Poor John.
Thomas says, where do you think we'll be in 20 years' time?
Conference.
Hopefully competing for silverware, I'd like to think. New ownership.
Yeah, hopefully.
Mike Ashley will not be in, well, fingers crossed, let's just say that now. He'll not be in 20 years' time. I'd like to think, I'm not saying top 6 and out like that, but I'd like to think we're going to at least challenge in the Cups. Try and get European football. But
I see us winning the Carabao Cup within 5 years.
I'll take that. I'll take anything, mate, just to try and win a trophy, an actual trophy in my lifetime. I've seen nothing. Okay, I've seen we lift the championship twice inside St James's Park, but apart from that, it's not special, is it?
5 years' time, we'll go down League One and do a Sunderland and win the Papa John's Cup.
Oh God! Irrelevant trophy, that mate. Irrelevant.
Paul says Layla sounds like Chippers. I totally agree. I mean, where is Chippers tonight? I'm surprised he's not popped in.
Peter, you're retracting them, mate. Peter, you're retracting them.
Oh God! I thought Chippers would have been straight in on this live stream straight away.
Maybe it worked.
You know what? He's probably too busy camping outside of Ann Summers.
I'll tell you what, I wonder where Lawrence is tonight, but I know where he is. Have you seen who he packs on FIFA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of Lawrence, he's actually waiting. Speaking of Lawrence.
Why did you bring 5 in, Peter? Make it a 5.
I'll try. Go on, we'll try make it a 5 and see how it goes then. So we'll bring Lawrence in now, and here he is.
Hey, guys.
You all right, Lawrence?
All right, lads.
Oh, bring me right.
Wait, Adam, since when did you turn into a Charlton Athletic fan?
Since 2008, and plus,
I didn't know that.
Watch Charlton and Newcastle United at the moment.
Hey, I know they both had ownership problems, but hey, fair play.
I like Charlton, so yeah, that's just me turning to my shit house. But yes, carry on.
Good to see you, Lawrence. Are you enjoying the international break so far?
Well,
yeah, just watch out Consola. Coach is going to enjoy it.
I mean, that's the one good thing EA have done to us this week. Actually, I say that they gave us Handanovic yesterday in the division rivals packs.
Yeah, you can't speak bad at EA anymore.
But unfortunately, the dollar pack was untradeable, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but
he missed out on about 1 million coins. Actually, that's about what he's worth.
That's why they just do it to troll you.
Oh, no. Yeah, I would have 100k back earlier. I only got an 83 rated player. That was the highest I got.
Could be worse, so you could have got Jeff Hendrick.
Lawrence, did you bother with the England game yesterday?
Oh yeah, had a video chat with Dean and Archer.
You had a good game, didn't you? The San Marino goalkeeper pulled off some fantastic saves.
Yeah.
Lawrence, go on. Give us your thoughts on that dross against Brighton last Saturday.
I mean, oh man.
How many Newcastle fans will be doing a Didier Drogba going, it's a fucking disgrace? That's the $1
$5 million.
Do you know what it is, though? And I said to you lads, and I think a lot of you lads will back us up on this. I said it before the game kicked off. I've got a funny feeling that we're probably going to get battered, and if we do, he has to go. And what happened? To be honest, I'll be honest. I switched off at 2-0. I switched off. I didn't watch that. I only see the third goal the day after. That's how much I lost interest after 2-0. I've never switched off, but I did. I couldn't watch anymore.
I haven't even seen the highlights, and I don't want to.
No, I did. I literally went, Daddy Welbeck, 2-0. Right, that's it. Game over, finished. We're not getting back. No chance.
I don't think we were going to get back once. Hayden was injured, and then we could see this straight after that, and now he's been ruled out for the season.
That's the thing. That's my worry now. We might bring ASM back and Callum Wilson, but if you're missing Hayden, who keeps it together, you need to protect the back four. Missing him's huge. You can't. Jeff Hendrick cannot do his job. No chance.
Bring in Matty Longstaff.
Exactly.
Steve Bruce will confirm. Johnson drops. Hendrick starts up front. No Steve Bruce.
Lawrence, are we going to get relegated, or do you think we'll just stay up? And is Steve Bruce going to get the sack, or is he still yet to the end of the season?
I don't really want to think about that, to be honest, right now. I mean, I'm just hoping that Colin Wilson and ASM can dig us out of the mess.
That's what you hope.
Apparently, walking stick will be required for Callum Wilson if he's back against Spurs, just to keep him not getting injured.
Adam, I did ask you this, Adam. Steve Bruce, do you think he's the worst manager we've had at this football club?
Oh, he asking?
Adam.
Oh. I've said no, me, for the simple reason he hasn't relegated yet.
I
said
think he's on
100%.
par with some managers. I'm trying to remember the past track record that we've had.
Steve McClaren, Graham Souness, you got to put them as amongst the worst.
Yeah, Steve McClaren's worse. I think he's worse than Steve Bruce.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I agree because I just think if like the one season McLaren had us, he got us relegated. Yes, 13th was nothing to write home about for Steve Bruce, but what Steve McClaren did make that fish for Steve Bruce look like getting into Europe.
Can I just say something as well on Steve McClaren? Not only was he backed in that summer, but he was further backed in the January with Townsend and Shelby. We were buzzing when we got them two in. We think, fucking hell, we might get out of trouble. Yeah, we might finish at least mid-table. It builds, and we think Townsend. I thought he was a good player for us, and I understand why he left. I mean, got to Crystal Palace. I wouldn't say that's an upgrade, but he had no choice to go. But I think the fact McClaren got backed with a lot of money. Now you could argue the Joe Linton deal with Steve Bruce was that. I think for me that was a board signing rather than a Steve Bruce signing. People say it was Bruce. Rafa left for the simple reason Mike Ashley wanted that £40 million signing Joe Linton to prove a point to the fans that they actually spend money. I don't think that was anyone's, but I think anyone like St. Maximin, and I think that's a Steve Bruce signing, but Joe Linton, I think it would be a bit harsh to say that was a Bruce signing, in my opinion, because I think he was already in the door when Bruce was taking the job, because Bruce, I think he'd only been in the job like a week and then Joe Linton was in. So,
yeah, I think I reckon maybe they agreed to deal for Joe Linton once Rafa left, just like paper over the cracks, but obviously wanted to wait for the manager to come in and then to get back from that pre-season tour in China. I think the only signs Bruce has made, Danny Rose, underwhelming. Carroll, always injured. Obviously, well, I think that was more of a scout signing. I think the lads still came in this season, but then again, you could say that could have been down to the pandemic and being hard to bring in foreign players.
By the way, and I don't want to be disrespectful towards our scouts, and yes, we brought Callum Wilson in. You got to remember, he got relegated with Bournemouth, and so did Ryan Fraser. We brought in Jeff Hendrick, who played for Burnley, who, let's be honest, we're lucky to stay up last season. We are signing relegated players. Do you know what I mean? So that's why we're probably... I'm not just backing Steve Bruce up, because let's be honest, he's been awful all season. He's been found out tactically, but we're signing players are, for me, that I wouldn't say they're awful, but they've been relegated. You can't take... You know what I mean? Like, Callum Wilson, I think, is good enough to play in the Premier League, but he did get relegated with Bournemouth. You can't take that away from me, Stevie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll rattle through some more comments. Lucas says, shall I come up to you? Yeah, if you mentioned that before. Yeah, if you want to come up, Lucas, feel free to do so. Keep it tuned. Think of the seeds if Four Flags makes a return when we return, and they use a huge flag with Bruce flying in front of the camera. Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Are they even allowed? The thing is, are they even allowed in anymore?
Well, we'll see.
Ashley says that flag and he's still scratching his ass.
I just think we're doing with Mike Ashley.
Layla says, and then Joe Linton was kicking the window, get me out. Layla says John Linton was licking the window in desperation. Jonathan Ladd says again, has anyone had his first vaccine yet?
Yes.
I've had it. And I almost fainted on the floor.
I got mine the day after. Me and Lawrence got it the same day, but I got it the day after you, Adam.
Yeah, I think it was because my body was just in shock, and I woke up like 10 minutes before I was supposed to have my vaccine. But I had it, oh god, I'm going off on the floor.
I felt the effects. I was like shaking. I was literally mad.
I stole the nurse's Albion bar though. That was great.
I got a phone call a week ago saying is everything all right, because obviously we underlying a health condition. I said yeah, I was fine. So,
yeah. I was gonna say, I'm glad that my second job is actually during the half term, because it's on a Tuesday and it wouldn't affect us at the Tuesday football I'm meant to be going back to next month.
Do well, Lawrence. Make it to go. You might be in the championship next season.
Aye,
never say never, Lawrence.
Keep it tuned says Charlton is my neck of the woods. AC might as well. Oh well then.
I've got an actual story about that, you know. Basically, around 2 years ago, I went to London and I stayed in a hotel in Woolwich Arsenal, and it's very heavy with Charlton Athletic fans. And I think they were playing. It was Sunderland or Doncaster on that day, and I think they won. And I actually went into the pub with loads of like huge Charlton Athletic fans. They're absolutely just like really, really hardcore fans. And literally, I've never seen the nicest fans I've ever seen in my life. And like, I think my girlfriend basically just got brought up on the dance floor, just got jiving with one of the old lasses there or something. It was actually hilarious. So I think that's the reason why I actually like Charlton as well, because I think we kind of...
You've got a good manager now, I think. Nad Raskins.
I know. So then I hope we go back. I'll just be like, oh, Jody for the supposed Charlton, let's go.
Must have been that day when Charlton beat Sunderland in the very last minute in the playoff final the other year.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh,
that was fun.
I actually went. I went to a bar in Newcastle, actually watching it, and actually screamed to the top of my lungs, just saying, "Yes, get in!" And I think it was a former. I think it was a former Sunderland player. That's what I think.
I think they've got Nigel Atkins. I think he's definitely a good appointment for Charlton. He'll definitely, if he doesn't do it this season, he'll definitely get his promoted next season in the Championship.
Yeah.
Who knows? Newcastle Charlton next year in Championship. That's a game I'm game.
I will get beat. Yeah, we'll get beat.
Just taking Newcastle and just go to the wayside.
Oh, Paul Toon Review says Chippers is currently wrapped up in a sleep bag with Archer gently covering it.
That's why I left the stream, didn't he?
Oh god. Keeper Toon says heard Steve Bruce is going to Pete's place on Sunday for his Sunday roast, and he's bringing craft with him so Pete can have a romantic meal for two with him before sharing a candlelit bath together.
Hey Pete, you didn't tell me this. Since when Steve Bruce got to your house, like?
Well, this is more down, right? You know, people have been taunting me with me phone with Steve Bruce. I got at the training ground one time.
Oh, when we went.
And the thing with the Emil Cross thing, because one of my player ratings, I think I give him a 5.
Steve Bruce wouldn't even get a 5 in my player ratings.
Yeah, Jonathan says
honestly, when I look at a manager, right, I want to bounce off that manager, if he's like running around the technical area and stuff, and he's like barking out instructions, and he's passionate and stuff. But like Chris Wilder with Steve Bruce, it's literally this. He was doing that against Brighton. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like he was doing this against Brighton. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Steve Bruce's answer. Well, I'm trying my best in the job. Like,
honestly, he was like.
Do you know when he blows all the time with his teeth? Do you know what he calls that technique? His blow job.
No, but like the thing is, right? At least with Rafa, you get a bit of emotion. Like if you're not doing something right, he'd tell you.
No, I didn't.
Now what though, right? Even with Pardew to an extent, if something was going badly wrong, he'd tell you.
He
said joking. Every time something went bad, he just headbutted his player.
Jonathan said Jokinia is the worst. Thomas says John and Joe later been spotted shooting each other with balls and water balloons.
Right, everyone, aim for Steve Bruce. The water balloons on the go.
Like I said in my comment, you got a free cabbage with your match program. Get him ready for when Steve Bruce comes out the tunnel.
Oh man, you couldn't make it up at this club, like honestly.
Jonathan Doug says Joel was a Lee Charlie signing. I would be surprised if that was the case. Paul says he's not been impressed with Fraser lately.
To be honest, and I was actually backing him up against Brighton. He was probably the only player that looked like he was trying. The only one there I can actually pick out.
I think him and Dubravka.
Yeah, the one. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the ball 3 times flashed before his very eyes for Dubravka. He's not saving them. But in terms of Fraser, like you can tell, he meant that when he hit the post. He was good. I mean, Jacob Murphy. I mean, no one's mentioned Jacob Murphy. Why was he not starting?
Exactly. I mean, his contract's coming to an end.
This lad, right, deserves to be anywhere but Newcastle United right now. He's better. He's probably better than getting played under Steve Bruce. He's just ruining every player that we've got. Ruining them.
He changed the game against Aston Villa as well when he came on.
Of course he did. He single-handedly nearly won us the game in 15 minutes.
Yeah, he absolutely changed the game against Villa, and maybe we could have won if he'd started.
I played against Tottenham, mate.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Layla says John and Joe Linton were sentenced for 3 years and then was thrown in prison with John and John Linton in the same cell, still fighting each other in the face, shouting off.
Like I say, if Steve Bruce has been manager, I'm not inspired. Like
Lucas says, coming on now. If you're coming on the live stream, it'd be great to see you, Lucas. Keep it tuned says Tom Allen, it's a double today. Only featured once last season in the cup. I want to see more of the Tom Allen.
I'd prefer over Christian Atsu, but I think if we get relegated, then that'd probably give him a chance in the Championship.
This is our problem, though. We don't bring in enough youngsters.
Keep It Tuned says we have great youth, but we never bring them through. I totally 100% agree with that. And that pisses me off. Well, it all does. You want to try and bend in these youth players, but Steve Bruce has no faith in them.
It actually annoys me as well because I like seeing sides in young players. I mean, you saw with Arsenal back in the 2010s and the 2000s. You know, you saw the Wenger and the youngsters, and they've all turned out to be top class players.
So the thing is, though, right? When I watch the other 23s, I'm like a scout. I'm like, you know what? He's good. He's a good player. He's a good player. He could definitely have a chance in the first team and do something. And it's like Steve Bruce goes, "Oh, they're not quite ready." But I tell you what, they're putting more effort in games than what they would do playing under 23s if you gave them a chance than what the current first team are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what I definitely have known about even before, like he was playing in pre-season for.
He's got to come in the first team next season. He has to.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the Championship, Premier League, then.
For me, I'm brutal. Me, I put them straight in. If they want to be the best player they can be, throw them in the deep end in the best leagues. That's how they're going to learn. You learn a lot faster playing in the best leagues. You don't play football to want to play in the Championship. You play football to be the best you can be.
Leila says Areola or Dubravka?
Areola.
The Fulham goalkeeper?
Yeah, Areola.
I like Dubravka, but I think I've had a choice between both of them. I think Areola's class. Honestly, some of the saves. I know Dubravka does, and I do love Dubravka, but I'll go Areola. I think he's a quality keeper. I think he's only on loan as well, so I reckon if he does it, if say Fulham don't stay up, right, I reckon next season he could definitely go to a Premier League side. He'd be main choice.
Yeah, Lucas says Areola. Well, that's on the private
By the way,
chat.
is Areola younger than Dubravka?
I think he is.
He's got time.
Keep It Tuned says Anderson, Sorensen, Alan Watts.
Put them all in. Next season, all in the squad.
I'm not convinced by Sorensen. He's not really doing it out on loan. But the other three, maybe, especially Anderson.
But the thing is, they're going to have to learn, though, like, they're still part of the books.
Freddie Woodman, will he ever get a chance or will he be loaned out again or sold?
Woodman, he's good.
I think he'll go.
Swansea want him. Swansea want him, but the thing is, he's living there now, isn't he? So I think he'll be settled now. He's been there a couple of seasons. So he knows what they're about.
Just let him go. He's not going to get the game time over Darlow or Dubravka.
Just take a loss.
Thomas 321 says Dan Langley, would you give him a chance?
Third choice next season.
He's not. Let's be honest. This is the problem we've got at our club, right? We're giving them like 5-year deals. Dubravka's got a long-year contract. You've got Darlow's on the same thing. We've got Gillespie. You know what I mean? Like, so we've got a problem in the keeper department. Like, who's going to be the number one next season? Whatever happens.
And he thinks Woodman's useless. I don't think he's useless.
I don't rate him.
No,
well, I'll rate him, but it's just he's not going to get the game time because of the other goalkeepers that we've got. It's like Fraser Forster all over again, really.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to bring Lucan in now because he's ready, so we'll bring him in.
Hi, everyone.
Fella?
You all right?
How you doing, mate?
Hello. How are you?
All good, and yourself, mate?
I'm good, thanks.
Happy as Larry. We're winning loads of games under Steve Bruce now. I could be happier.
Yeah, Newcastle fans, mate. What's going on, mate? You know what about Steve Bruce, right? I think you lot will stay up. Do you know what I think will happen? Mike Ashley doesn't give two fucks about the club. He's only there for that. I think what will happen is I don't think Steve Bruce will be there next season. I genuinely no, I don't think he will. Right. No, I don't think he will. I think someone will take over. I don't know who it will be. Would you take Chris Winder?
Absolutely.
Yes, actually, no. Yes, 100%. Yes.
Oh, by the way, I got criticised before the Brighton game. Oh no, he's absolutely terrible. I'm like, well, no, he's not been here before. Like, you got relegated. Let's be honest. His job was done the minute he got them in 9th place. The first season when they came up, his job was done. You can't tell me that you could have done better than 9th place with Sheffield United. No chance.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
No chance. He went from League One. He took a League One squad up into the Premier League and they punched above their weight and they finished 9th.
Aye.
Look, are you joining international break so far, mate?
Not really. I think international break's quite boring, to be honest. I obviously coming from 3-0 down against West Ham, getting a draw again. We were very, very lucky to get
won the game.
Real. So
yeah,
I think also should have won the game. The chances he created in that second half, these were brilliant.
How that chance when West Ham were 3-1 up to Army TV? Literally Saka 1-on-1 with a chance.
Yeah.
That could have been 3-2 before half time.
He's got to score.
The thing with Saka, right? He's a good player, right? But the trouble is, he's one-on-one things. He has to take his chances.
Yeah,
What was it now? What was it now? You made a 3-2. Who's that striker up front for West Ham? He missed a sit. I think he hit the post.
Antonio.
Oh, he should have made the 4. That was a massive chance.
But he didn't take it. He didn't take it. So
you should have won the game. I think in the end. I think West Ham had a good first half, and then they just they had chances second half, but they weren't as great with it. Like I think you really had them on the ropes.
Yeah, but then we made it 3-3.
By the way, you will beat us at St James's Park. I'm confident of that. I mean, the way we're playing.
Because we've played you twice this season and we've beaten you twice. So obviously,
we're not a good side in this league. That's the problem.
No,
we're not a good side.
I think we'll beat you very comfortably. But the thing is, if we don't beat you, then we're rubbish. So
I will be sending you a message if Jeff Hendrick scores the winner. I will be letting you know about that.
Look, I know you've been a bit of a critic of Arteta. Do you still want him in, or do you think or does he need to go?
I think he's got to go, in my opinion, because people can say that he's played really, really well. People can say, Arteta's obviously improved. Yeah, there's been a little bit of improvement. Yes, we've seen performances where we've literally just started from games because before Christmas, right, we've actually started the performances, right. We've actually normally we don't start well in games, right? Whereas now we've started to realise we've actually started to play well and we've dominated possession. But the thing is, if you go back one game, the Wolves game, Craig Paulson, one of the worst referees I've ever come across. We should have won that game very carefully.
I think he robbed you in that game, 100%. He robbed you completely in that game.
He did. Wolves away, I think it was February. February. Yeah, we should have won that game. We should have been 3-0 up at half time, right? And Wolves done the double over us.
That's not a red card.
Wolves are a good side, though. You can't deny that. The Wolves are a hit and miss, but good side.
The Burnley game as well. We should have had a penalty, in my opinion.
I like that man. I think he's a quality for him.
So 2 games have cost us this season for the top 4, but I'm still Arteta out because I think he's out of his depth. I don't think he's not the right man for the job.
I heard he's getting a 3-year contract. That's what I heard the other day. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. It's not good, isn't it? Because
are you not getting confused with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
No. I heard that he's meant to get a 3-year deal. I think Steve Bruce was meant to go in as number 2, apparently.
Oh,
that second part's a lie. But the first part, I heard apparently he was meant to be getting a 3-year deal. But I think if you're not convinced by him, I wouldn't be giving him a 3-year contract. Nah, no chance.
If he wins the Europa League, then maybe I'll start changing my mind about Arteta.
Do you think he'll win it?
No.
Who do you think will win it?
Man United.
I'm going to go Villarreal, your old manager. I think he's got the experience in it.
Yeah.
The thing is, right. We've got to play them in the semi-final if they beat Dinamo Zagreb. So
if you want to get one over you lot. You are game.
Unai Emery wants revenge because I'll tell you why. Because apparently the players took the piss out of Unai Emery. So the thing is, Emery knows Arsenal Football Club and he knows the Europa League very well. Yes, I know we lost that final 2 years ago against Chelsea, but the thing is, he knows that European final, doesn't he, Sharky?
He was upset. You do know he was upset when he lost it because he wanted to really win it with another club. And he got let down.
He played Petr Cech's goal. So, but the thing
got let down though.
He did. But we have to win this competition, and if we win this competition, we're back in the Champions League. So the thing is, and then we can start moving forward as a club.
And I just say though, Luca, you've got to win it because if you don't, I reckon it could be the first time in like 20 odd years that you don't qualify for Europe altogether. Because there's no guarantees that you're going to finish in the top 7. Like last season, I would say you got lucky because you won the FA Cup, so you denied Wolves a place in the Europa League. You got it. Otherwise, that could have been your season where it would have been a record if you not like this season of not being in Europe.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
This is
you've got to win it.
This is the thing, right? We shouldn't have gone out of the FA Cup, and we didn't respect the FA Cup because we were the holders when we got knocked out against Southampton in the 4th round, and we should have won. We should have been in that competition by now. We would have got Leicester in the semi-final. So obviously Southampton. But no, it wouldn't have been an easy game. But we beat them away this season, and I know we lost
3-1.
I know we lost at the Emirates, but we beat them away and got revenge. So
who's won the FA Cup?
I think Chelsea will win the FA Cup.
I'm going Man City. I'm going to win the lot.
I think Chelsea will win the FA Cup because you know what, that ain't a bad shout actually. But the thing is, I think Chelsea will win the FA Cup because I see something in Tuchel now, because when he became the Chelsea manager, I wasn't keen on that manager because of his criticism, what he did with Neymar, Mbappe. He has a history of falling out with players. So, but now he's turned it around. Now he's got the best out of his players.
Luca, how would you feel if you had Steve Bruce for next season? Is he manager?
I don't think Arsenal would be that stupid.
If we had Steve Bruce in charge.
How would you feel? Well, you know, big club in London, all that.
If we had Steve Bruce in charge, I would go down to Colney while this lockdown's on, and I would literally chase him down and say, I want him out. I will bring a protest and I will banner and bring him out because I feel sorry for you lot, man. Steve Bruce.
Oh, mate, it's depression central. It's depression central. That's what it's been all season. Well, actually, let's just say it's been like 14 years, but in terms of like watching the football,
the thing is, I saw your rant when you lost to Brighton, and
shit.
I just think I can't believe you lost that game. Literally, I can't believe you lost that
because we
didn't turn up.
We just didn't get started. Let's be honest, dude. I think the players accepted defeat before the ball was kicked. He played for a 0-0 draw against Brighton and Hove Albion, and that's what you get. 0-0 draw against Brighton and Hove Albion.
West Bromwich Albion. We beat them.
Oh, West Brom because we're crap. That's why I think we're going down. If we can't beat West Brom,
this is why I think you'll go Championship.
Yeah, we don't deserve to be in this league. Not with this manager, we don't. We've got a great side, but the thing is, right, Steve Bruce has lost the dressing room. And that's what happened to Unai Emery at Arsenal. Didn't he lose the dressing room for a bit? And then it all fell apart.
Yeah.
He's lucky, Steve Bruce, that there's no fans, but once we get back in that stadium for the Sheffield United game, he's in big, big trouble. He knows it, and for next season, the longer he stays.
He is, and the thing is, do you think Steve Bruce will end up staying if you're going to be in the Championship?
Mate, he looks ill.
He looks
I look on the
when
he looks depressed. He won't be anywhere else but in that dugout. He looks ill. Like, for me, we need a new manager. Like, the thing is, we know Mike Ashley's the bigger problem, but the small problem that can be sorted out on the pitch where you need to get results is change your manager.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was going to say, look, a question for you.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Martin Odegaard. I've heard a lot of people have been saying that also think they should get him on a permanent deal. Do you think they should? Because I like that. I've seen that.
You know
what? Really good.
You know what? Right. I had a couple of Arsenal fans asking me on social media this week, and I would take him on a permanent deal, but there's a couple of negatives I will say. So if there's any Arsenal fans in the Newcastle chat, then please don't offend me if I'm going to be negative. But no, in my opinion, right, I would take Odegaard because I think he's a quality player. But the thing is, I don't want obviously to pay 40-50 million. In my opinion, I don't think he's not worth 40-50 million because I know a lot of people are getting a little bit gassed and overhyped up about it. And I get that. That's their opinion because that's Arsenal. That's our fan base. But I don't think he ain't worth 40-50 million because, yes, he's actually put on decent performances. Yes, he's a quality player and he's put on and we've missed creativity this season. And that's how, yes, I know the thing with Arsenal this season, we need to stop cutting these goals now because we're conceding goals like Newcastle every week. So, no, but the thing is...
Welcome, our world.
No, but at least Newcastle have conceded probably more goals than us. But the thing is, I just think we need to cut out these goals and we haven't kept a clean sheet. I think it's like 12, 13 games or something like that.
What's that?
Huh?
What's a clean sheet?
Clean sheet.
If you imagine under Steve Bruce, we can't keep getting clean sheets. Right? We don't win games.
But the only clean sheet you've kept is West Brom. So,
he brought Andy Carroll on with 30 seconds to go, which I lost that game. You nearly cost me the game. All right, man. By the way, you're meant to be getting 2 strikers in the summer. You're getting Odegaard, and apparently you're getting Joe Linton on a free as well. As part exchange.
Oh God!
I know. I do not want Joe Linton.
You can go for free, mate.
Poor player. But no. The thing is with Odegaard, I would take him, but my only issue is I don't want Arsenal. This is the thing with Arsenal Football Club, okay? And it wouldn't surprise. There's that, but the thing is, I don't want this to only be our only midfield signing. We need more than that. We need 2 midfielders in the summer. We need someone alongside Thomas Partey. Apparently, Bazuma from Brighton. Ceballos. No. He needs to
I reckon you could take St. Maximin if we go down, I think he could be a good signing for you.
Yeah,
I think Miggy could be a good signing for any club if we go down. He's better than us. We offer now.
Yeah, but he'd be cheap. He'd be cheap because Newcastle ain't going to offer a lot of money because if you get relegated, the price value will go down. So maybe you probably about 25 million.
I didn't say maximum would be a snip for anyone if we got relegated.
Yeah, he would.
Unless, because obviously St. Maximin did sign that contract extension, there might have been a relegation clause in it.
That's what I'm saying. It means nothing. Honestly, new contracts to any club means nothing. It means nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing to me.
Yeah, just to let you know, I've got another guest in, and I'm going to bring Annie in.
I'm going to leave now. Okay, just I've been long enough, lads.
All right,
yeah. Before you go, please do check out Toonami TV on YouTube. He's well on the way to 3,000. How many subs now?
I've got 3,600, but I've barely done any content because I just simply cannot be bothered to talk about Newcastle. No. Listen. I'll be back for the Tottenham game, and I'll try and big it up as much as possible. But I know I'll just get shut on by the result on next Sunday. But hey, I'll be back. Anyway, lads, I'll let you all go.
Take care,
later, lads.
Thank you very much, man. And please subscribe to Toonami TV.
How are the lads?
Yeah. Annie, welcome to the stream, mate. How are you keeping?
Yeah, not bad. It's just a bit disappointing with Bristol City at the moment, but yeah, not bad.
Oh no, because it's international break. Did you watch England yesterday?
Yeah, I did a bit, not too much, because San Marino really. So it wasn't England Brazil, was it? So just let that half time.
Annie, City big Bristol City, Nigel Pearson. How do you think he's done?
We've gone up one place since he's come in, which is slightly less than I expected it. But I was expecting a bit more, obviously. But it's slow progress with the Pearson at the moment. We just like Danny Simpson on a free, who was a part of that title-winning squad for Pearson. It's mixed. I certainly feel like he's the right man for the job because he's linked with Premier League club like Newcastle. But I feel like he needs time.
I like Nigel Pearson. I think he really gets into his players when they're not performing.
Yeah, he needs to come in a bit earlier.
Yeah, and some of his press conferences like, "You are an ostrich," and also when he had that rant about Boris Johnson last year.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He went on about Swansea's pitch because in the first half he thought it was too dry. Second half they had a bit moisture to it, and then they're like, "Oh, that's why we won the game because they watered the pitch in the second half." It's a bit weird at times, but he's a good manager. He can certainly do well with us.
You think Bristol City will go up this season?
No chance. Absolutely no chance.
No.
Maybe not next season, but maybe next season. Might have a chance for next season, possibly.
Yeah, Newcastle next season, so.
Right, no, we can play you Annie next year's season if we get relegated.
It depends on who. Yeah, exactly. It depends on who goes down. If Sheffield United will go down, West Brom will go down. 2 big teams. If Newcastle go down, then it's certainly going to be them, Swansea, Brentford, one of them. Then it's going to be Cardiff, Middlesbrough as well. It's going to be an absolute race to get into that top 6, and Bristol City are going to be in there as well. So it's going to be an absolute train wreck next season.
I was going to say, look, the North London derby. I bet you were glad you got a win against
Spurs.
Spurs.
Happy when we beat Tottenham Hotspur. And all those Spurs fans out there, mate, saying that, they were title contenders. No. The thing is, they may have finished ahead of us. Potentially, it's probably going to be 5 years now. And Tottenham got knocked out of the Europa League against a farmer team, Dinamo Zagreb.
Yes.
So that was hilarious.
Who was he called? Who was he called? Osic. That was it.
We've been linked with it.
If Arsenal get him, that's going to have a lot of Tottenham fans.
It is. and it's going to haunt Tottenham fans. So all you Spurs fans out there, mate, saying "call you Spurs," all that stuff, mate. No. They need to stop it, because the thing is, they may finish ahead of us, right? But we're always going to be a bigger club than them. So, but no, I'm so happy that we beat Spurs, and I knew I had a good feeling we were going to beat Spurs, and
I thought
we did not want them to do the double over us, and we've got a very good record at the Emirates. I think it's like they haven't beaten us at the Emirates in the league. I know the only time they beat us recently was the Carabao Cup in 2-3 years ago. But in the league, they've not beaten us since Yunus Kabul scored that header 3-2 in 2010. So
I did watch that game, and I thought Spurs were terrible. I must say.
Yeah, they were terrible. They went up for it, but we were good for 80 minutes, and they had a good 10-minute spell, and they had a good 10-minute spell, and started panicking a little bit. But I knew Arsenal were going to get the win. I had a good feeling that day, and Lacazette played well. He played well, and.
What did you make of Aubameyang? Because apparently he was late for a meeting. Apparently, do you think was it the right decision to not play him?
To me, I think it was the right choice for Arteta. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still an Arteta out, but what I will say is to that, I will give him credit. All credit's due to him. I do think it was the right thing, because a player should never be late for training. And what really annoys me is that Aubameyang scored for his international country. Gambian, I think it was Wednesday, a couple of days ago, and he missed about 4 chances when we lost the second leg against Olympiacos, but we still qualified. That's just like, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Aubameyang. Like, people are questioning, should we sell him? And then people are obviously saying like Lacazette's the better striker. I don't think so, because I think Aubameyang's better than Lacazette. Aubameyang on his day can be class, and
he will be
inconsistent. He's too inconsistent, but 1 minute we love him, another week we're like, he is replaceable. Don't get me wrong, he is replaceable. There is strikers out there, but not many strikers. Because you look at Chelsea, right? They wanted Aubameyang, right? And if they would have got Aubameyang, they wouldn't have got Timo Werner. Then maybe we would have gone in for Werner. So. Yeah. The thing is, for the Aubameyang situation, I do think Arteta did get it right, because when I first saw it, I was like, why is he not playing? And then I saw on Twitter people were putting about it, but no, I think Arteta got it right, and that's about it.
Well, I'm just going to rattle through some more comments, because it's been a while since I've learned it. Keep it tuned, says Ballers had huge potential sold. Yep, I remember that. That was your comment, Luke. I see you backstage in the live. Layla says, John and Adam beat him with a bat in the head and be quiet. And John was screaming, oh, God, Layla, man. Get as bad as bloody chitters. And guess what? We've got a young kid on the show now. Hey, Annie, your comments just come through. The mistakes he's made in the championship has cost quality this season.
He's talking about Woodman.
Yes, it's good back. You're not a fan of him?
No, he made a mistake at British City. It was a simple pass, and he just gave it to one of our players, and it made a 3-1. He's been protected by the defence in front of him. The Swansea defence have been very good, but have not had much to do. It's just been the 3 ahead of him who's constantly been protecting him. He's not made saves. His passing is awful. His delivery, his catching, he's not commanding in his area. Set pieces, he's not good. It's a bit. It's not. It's almost like he's overrated because he's keeping clean sheets.
Well,
I think I want to say more Woodman, but it all depends if he stays or goes. Keep it tuned, says Bruce is nearly on his contract, so unless Ashley coughs up a second fee, he will be our manager, or should I say head coach next season. Well, can't believe we still haven't sacked him, but yeah, it's a tight horse as always.
I still wouldn't be surprised if he did sack him, either whether it's too late this season or early on next season. Say we went down and then we didn't look like getting back up.
Jonathan, I said Steve Bliss is a complete wag, and he should just say yes to the big fight every time. Totally agree. Cabo says if we're going to buy Newcastle, each Newcastle fans would have to pay £3.6 million. Each Rio Ferdinand does not know what he's talking about. I mean, God almighty, those comments by Rio Ferdinand. The bloke doesn't know what he's talking about.
He does.
Adam, I'll get your thoughts on Rio Ferdinand's comments.
Well, it's just like, it's like, oh, you run a football club. Let's see how you manage it. Well, how would you take the perspective over it? But it's just like, you don't know what you're talking about. Just stick behind the TV. Just talk about the game that's currently happening, not about what's happening behind the scenes at Newcastle United. You're not basically helping yourself in a situation. It's like when Mike Rowan done that bloody autobiography, just stick to what you're bloody doing. Leave the freaking stuff in the behind the scenes, none of your business.
Hi. Lila says, and then it got worse for John and Jolyn when their voice ran out. They got hit constantly in the head and their voice ran out. Keep It Tuned says, Newcastle free. Also, little Jeff Hendrick package that I will.
No way. If that happens, I have to come on the channel and do a rant. So.
Arsenal fan TV like, it's time to go!
Oh, good old Claude. Oh, miss Claude on EFTV, like I really do.
Like, how we let Jeff Hendrick score a hat-trick, man?
Or the best thing that happens is it goes up to like 3-4, and then Jeff Hendrick scores to make a 4-4, recreate the Czech Tiote goal.
Oh, God. Dan Griff said he's having connection problems. No problems, bro. Annie, that's you again. Steve Bruce, well, you know. Oh, God.
I've watched Darren Farley, by the way. His impressions are brilliant on Steve Bruce.
That comment does my head in. Well, you know, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to roll the sleeves.
Also, Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer, Roy Hodgson, he's doing good impressions.
Kim It says, we all know for a fact that when we're back in, he will get nothing but abuse from the moment he emerges from that tunnel to the moment he goes down to it and outside the stadium after the game too. Well, I totally agree. The only reason why Bruce is still at this club, because no fans are in the ground.
If there were fans in the ground, they would literally just boo him out the bloody stadium.
Yeah, but do you reckon Steve Bruce would have been gone, literally, if we didn't have this whole pandemic situation?
Oh, he would have been gone by a long time ago, easily.
Definitely.
I think that game against Leicester 5-0 last year, I think he would have gone after that if there was the St. James's.
The game against Leicester.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is the thing with Arteta, right? And I know a lot of people are Arteta wannabes and Arteta wins, but if we had fans in the stadium, and I know we've actually improved as a club, and I know we're obviously a bit inconsistent that we can't seem to put a run together. But when we had that, I know we've been 10th pretty much the whole season. I know we were in a position where we were like in Newcastle's position, like we were like 4 points off relegation or something like that. And then we suddenly turned it around. We were unbeaten about 6-7 games around the Christmas period. The thing is, if we had fans in the stadium, would have Arteta went? If we didn't win that game against Chelsea on Boxing Day, things would have been really, really, really pressured. And then maybe he would have got sacked. But he's turned it around. But the league position is not that great. The only way I would back this manager, if he wins the Europa League. If he doesn't win the Europa League, then he has to go at the end of the season. But they're going to give him until next season. That's the thing, and we know that Stan Kroenke's not going to spend no money. We know that apparently he's given us 300 million, I believe, but I don't believe any of that. So the thing is,
I remember I remember Arteta used to persist players with like Hector Bellerin. I think he's terrible.
Bellerin's awful.
I reckon maybe Arteta has just gone to Arsenal a bit too soon in his career. You know,
I never wanted this manager in the first place. It's his birthday today, and he's 39 years old. But happy birthday to Arteta. I respect that, but I never wanted this manager in the first place. My manager who I wanted was 3 top managers who I wanted was Allegri, Ancelotti, and Pochettino. They were the 3 managers who I wanted. I wanted an experienced manager because Arsene Wenger and Ivan Gazidis, who used to be a former chief executive, but he's at AC Milan. They left that club a mess. And now we've rotten down. Now we're becoming a mid-table club. So we're not that top 6 club anymore. And Arsenal have, when we signed the likes of Partey, Willian, I thought Willian's going to be all right. And then Willian's been so poor this season. But Willian recently in the last few weeks has actually got quite a few good assists.
I've seen that, yeah.
I thought we were going to get top 4, top 5. But this season we've been so poor. Very, very, very poor. We failed to beat Burnley this season, which is we failed. I don't know if we've ever done a team and done a double over any team this season. And I don't know, but we've had good results. We beat Man United at Old Trafford. We beat Chelsea at home. We beat Spurs at home. The only Leicester away. The only results which disappoint me was maybe the Burnley, Aston Villa, Wolves, pretty much. If we would have got those results, we would have been in the top 4. So,
yeah. Well, we'll roll some more comments and we might wrap it up very, very shortly. Keep it tuned says you need 2 midfielders. You could have Hendrick, he'll get you something. Oh, no, I don't think you would want Jeff Hendrick, Luca, would you?
No way. What Arsenal Football Club needs, we need a right back in the summer. We need a backup left back. I think centre halves we might be okay. We've got about 8-9 centre backs, but most of them are not that great anyway. But we've got David Luiz, we've got Pablo Mari, which is all right. We've got Gabriel, Callum Chambers, Rob Holding, Mafropanos is out on loan in Stuttgart somewhere. We've got loads, but half of them are not that great. And we got rid of Socrates, we got rid of Mustafi, and we need 2 midfielders because Partey needs to keep himself fit. I think I like to get maybe the Norwich midfielder, Bundea, Bazuma.
Right.
Bundea, I think they're going up, so I don't think he'll leave them. Maybe next year if they go down.
Cantwell's another midfielder I like. I think he's not a bad midfielder.
To be fair to Cantwell, he's not been great this season, but he's had his moments. And when he has his moments, he's really good.
He is. Bazuma is a player who I really, really dream, who I want. We've been linked with Fekir from Real Betis. Someone called Emerson from Real Betis, and someone called another Real Betis player we've been linked with this week is something called Rodriguez or something, but they want 68 million or something like that.
Oh, Lydia.
So we're not pay that sort of money of a player who I've never heard of. But and also we've been linked with Jack Greenish, but I don't think that ain't gonna happen. So we can only dream.
I think rumours was it about 100 million for Jack Grealish.
Do you think he's worth 100 million?
He's not worth that much, but he's not worth that much. But you can understand Villa want to slap a hefty price tag on him because they want to keep him so badly.
Like Palace with Zaha.
The thing is, he shows consistency. That's the problem. And I think Aston Villa, are a one-man team. I think without Jack Greenish,
they're not that good.
Really playing well. No, they're not. They're a one-man team. And if they get rid of him, since he signed that 5-year contract, he has a massive release clause. So...
Yep, that's the thing. If Grealish I think Grealish he'll not stay at Villa. I think if a big comes of Aston Villa would take it, and then he'll be away. Okay, right. We'll rattle off for the last few comments. Sharky 2WTV says, "John, your diaries for next season: Newcastle versus Bristol City." It's looking that way so far. Keep it tuned says we'll have Bruce in full ice hockey goalkeeper to protect him from all the cabbages being lobbed at him. David says, what is Lawrence's channel called? It's the Geordie View.
Yes, he's subscribed. I've seen. So cheers, David.
No problem. Well, you've got you've given Lawrence a subscription, so he'd massively appreciate that. Keep it tuned says, we're safe, lads. I found 500 million down the back of me sofa. I have enough to buy the club and buy Bruce off. Oh, it'd be great if you were telling the truth there, mate. Really would. Keep it tuned says, don't forget with our injured players out. Isn't Jeff Hendrick our top scorer? He's a goal machine at the moment. He's only got 2 goals. Well, one good goal in that goal against Leeds. Well, he was just in the right place at the right time.
Well, good news. Well, obviously we've got Wilson back and some Maximin back, I think, against Spurs. I definitely think Wilson will be fit to start. Some Maximin, unpopular opinion, but I probably wouldn't start him. I'd go with Murphy and Fraser.
Thing is, Jacob Murphy should be getting a run in, but Bruce completely ignored the plot against Brighton. Says no, leave him on the bench again.
I don't see what Jacob Murphy needs to do just anymore. I mean, he was.
I like Jacob Murphy. I think the lad's has got potential. I really do. Layla says, Joe Linton running around the British country screaming sexy. Oh, God, Layla, man. You're getting as bad as bloody Chip as an Archer. And final question, he says, keep it to it, says, you can't have Allegri because he's coming to the tour as he has experience with managing black and white stripes. Well, I think we'll only get him if a takeover is happening there, mate. That's the thing. Well, then, guys, we'll wrap it up there for tonight. So thank you very much, lads, for coming in. Really appreciate it. Please check out Lawrence's channel at the Geordie View. Check out Lucas' channel called This Is Lucas' Life. He's just passed 700 subscribers.
I'm 46 away from 800. If we can get to 800 by April, end of April, that'd be much appreciated. So please do share the channel and subscribe to the channel, and I will subscribe back to you. So please just do that. Yeah,
go check out Lucas' channel out. He's a passionate Arsenal fan as well. Do check him out. Addy, thank you very much for coming in. And also, Adam, good to see you back after a long time as well. So thank you very much as well.
No problem, mate.
So I'll catch you lads later.
Take care, lads.
See you later. Cool. And that is it for tonight. So we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for those who popped in the live stream tonight. Thank you very much. You dropped your comments in the live chat as well. Please don't forget to like the live stream if you enjoyed it tonight. And please, if you haven't checked me out before, please do hit the subscribe button. We're on the way to get to 1,100 subscribers on the channel. Really appreciate it. If you can help me get towards there, we're certainly getting on the way there. And till next time, I shall catch us all later. Take care. Good night, everyone. Stay safe.